Oh, my blood sugar did go down to 99.
Man.
And I celebrated with a double sundae. Hot sundae.
That sounds like me with my digestion system. Man, I've been eating smoothies and stuff. I should celebrate by eating a whole pizza.
Mhm.
And then it hates me. And then I will hate my... What's going on here?
Hey, thanks for this Constitution manual, guys. My HP went up from like 82 to like 99.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Big difference.
So no power would kill towards.
I know,
Morai.
right? I'm so close.
No, I just have to wear you down a little bit and then power word kill you.
Isn't power word kill under 100? Or is it under 50? Yeah, so
100.
I just need one more level and then I'll be safe.
Well, no, the thing is it's not your total. It's like, that's what was kind of scary about power word kill during the Vasul fight. It's your current HP. So it's
Yeah,
like,
no, I know.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
like,
I was making sure everyone
like
knew that. I was
someone-
like, 'cause I can wear you down. Don't think you're protected. I will
No.
get you.
I mean, like, someone can't power word kill me in the back and I'll, like, instantly die.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
like, at least I'll know it's coming.
Now you can get an argument with Arnott. No, he can't just one shot you.
I know, right? Exactly. Piss him off too bad.
Okay. I'm gonna bring up the world map, or the land map, the Sword Coast. Where we at?
Mm-hmm.
So we're still currently on the planet of Toriel because that matters in your campaign, and on the Sword Coast. After having finished off the Zentarum arc, you met with Open Lady. She had a lead for someone for you all to meet. A Horsnag ended up being a giant, cloud giant. Sorry, I just forgot. I'm pretty sure he's a cloud giant. And he had a lead on, or I say a lead, a singular clue about where, or not where or what happened, but the queen of the giants was killed and the king is missing. And the only thing they have to go on, most people are starting to believe the Lord's Alliance, the coalition, the NATO of the Sword Coast did it, but he doesn't believe that. But they had a singular little token, this little wooden chip that had a golden goose on it. And fortunately for all of us, some of the players had, before even me as their DM, had been on the Golden Goose, a ship near the town of Yartar that is it's a casino in a ship, that a little pleasure cruise ship with a casino in it. And so they had been there. So great lead. Let's go see what's going on with the Golden Goose. So you told Harshnag, we have a flying ship. We're down. You hopped into the Bastard. And in my mind, you flew off into the night. And then zoom straight all the way up to Yartar. And Amber's our Bastard. She's showing where we're currently at. So there were days of downtime, and during the flight, I think on the last day, Ishka got pulled into a weird place called the Shade. And it's weird and kind of spooky and spirit walking, ? And then Caleb was there. You guys met a guy named Sam Hall who liked to say the F word a lot. I like how I censor myself there, but when I'm him, I'm just like, fuck you! And with this suggestion for you to revisit, do a spirit walk, perhaps with some friends, and discover more about yourself and break the chains as it goes. But before that, casino, then death. So I have you all.
I'll be right back. Sorry, neighbor's here.
No worries. I have you all in the Bastard, outside of Yartar somewhere, maybe high up in the air, but because you have been advised that spell jamming ships can cause alarms, right, and freak people out.
Not super common.
Weird thing, I would like everyone to roll history check for me.
Hey, Nick. I just pulled in. It's my permit. Do you mind rolling off my sheet?
3.
Let's see.
Does that do the job?
Of course.
What was that? I need to pull up Hiromi on roll 20.
It's a way to start the campaign. Or start the night. And that one.
Oof.
Oh, it's starting a new arc though. That's a bad sign.
Mhm.
Tiamat's going to eat you.
Especially on your plus 11.
All right, history for
All right,
Hiromi.
Archie.
Yeah, anything with intelligence, I low roll. Low. Roll low.
And Hiromi, Archie, the champion of Ankuro. And then the history for Hiromi was a 5. So, oops, I'm on the right channel. What did everyone else come in here with? All right.
We have some good ones in here.
Archie gets a bleed over history check. Again, remember, I don't want to penalize you all for being another world because of the nature of the campaign above table. So, Archie, even though he's not from this world, has some historic information. And I think it's interesting, and I learned something new. Yartar is a major city with this river going through it. Famously, it recently, I'm just going to say recently, it was a spelljammer of some sort came through and caused a little bit of havoc. And
Chaos.
I was like, chaos. Havoc, chaos.
Little hullabaloo.
A little hullabaloo. This spelljammer had tentacles on it and was being chased by red dragons. I learned today that the opening cinematic sequence of Baldur's Gate 3, the city that the Nautiloid and the Gith on the red dragons appear in, is Yartar. So all the people who get sucked up was actually in Yartar. So the more you know. So, but I think that leans into the idea that maybe flying a ship, and Archie, you would probably tell them, like, yeah, you might, not to take the words out of your mouth, you can repeat that if you want, but maybe keep things on the outside.
We should land nearby. We try and find a copse of trees or something, or a little valley. Land on the river somewhere.
Ooh, the river would be an interesting choice.
Because we look like just a cool fancy ship, right?
Indeed. If you would like to try and attempt in the land in the river, the struggle with that is going to be, because normally I wouldn't ask for a roll, but I think this is a major trading river, right? This leads all the way to water deep. So this is a major, there'll be tons of barges. This is the Mississippi. There's going to be so much stuff going up and down river. Kind of getting in without being seen and spotted, I think would require a survival check. I'm not too worried on who makes that. It can be you, Calum, but if you want to designate a party member to do that on your behalf, you could.
Leave that.
That's if you want to do the river. Sorry, you were giving out options, but I just letting you know there would be mechanics involved. Sorry, I got carried.
What about if we look for a clearing in a forest or something a little bit more out in the boonies at night?
Let's do this. Let's make it a survival check either way. Not that you'll be detected, but the lower the survival check, the more time it takes you to travel to Yartar by foot or by horse, by mundane reasons, or hitching a ride on a barge on a ship on the river. So the lower the roll, say by 5, it would above 20, you're within a couple hours of Yartar. But it'll go up to days.
Got pretty good survival.
Yeah, I got a +7.
I'll be by 1. Go ahead.
I just rolled in that one, so I'm sure this next one should be okay.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, we'll just do it. There's the other. No, that's.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working our way up. 1, 2, 3.
Slowly but surely.
All right. So you would be approximately 2 days from Yartar.
That's not bad, guys. That's fine. We can do that.
My journey.
It'll be like a blast from the past, traveling by foot across the nation.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not from around here, so I accidentally took a little turn there.
What time of year is it? Just added the blue question.
Funny enough, it's in the middle of summer.
Oh,
Almost smack
no
dab in
biggie
the
then.
middle of summer.
Perfect. Nice summer night.
Okay.
Guess we're going on.
This would be a last call for anybody who needs to make any last minute purchases, any downtime, or anything of that sort. Anybody have anything they want to shout out before we get into the thick of it?
Oh shit, I had a list. Did I type that up? I mean, like,
Oh.
1 minute.
No one.
Can
think you did say
I?
something.
You had sent me the Restless Thieves thing and said I could make a retroactive roll.
Sure.
Would it be possible to? Let's see here.
Was Samaris studying during that time? Did you have a tome?
I did.
So
I'm back.
I don't think you'd be able to get the advantage aspect of that. It was the only reason why I'm saying that.
Okay.
So it'd be just a straight Tams.
Oh, I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I wanna try the make contact. Establish a connection to the unsavory side of a location, whether a local thieves guild, the Zentrum, or the black market being an example. Quality of information or goods determines on the location. A village versus a major city would have different results. So I want to do that for the casino.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation
Very
check
cool.
on behalf of Tamsin. Yeah, so Tamsin, her for those on Thursday, they know who Tamsin is. I was thinking a lot about her, and I was like, she seems restless, so I built a feat. It's something that any of you guys could technically do on downtime, but I just kind of solidified it. And so, like, Tamsin just kind of like, if we're going to be sitting around, I'm going to go exploring. So, 24. Well, I have a... So, above table, you've all had just been in the middle of a major civil war of probably the biggest underground seedy element in Waterdeep, and that is the Zentarum. She would definitely catch word of the Xanathar's Guild, but with a 24, I found a piece of information I thought that will tie into this. I think is pretty good. And this is like right up. I feel like something that she would find. Perhaps she heard about your soon-to-be destination of Nartar, and hearing some words like Zentarum and whatnot. So she goes down to Waterdeep, and when she comes back, maybe let's RP this out, because that's kind of the point of it too, was to give her a little bit more agency and a little bit more purpose. So Samaris, you're on the ship. Maybe you just finished a study session. Your eyes are like maybe like a little bloodshot or whatnot. However you want to describe it, just a little more reading. It's been forever since I've actually pulled out Tamsin's voice. I don't remember what I used to do for her. Maybe I'll just do
Whatever scared Archie the most. For a quick background for the Tuesday folks / recap for the Thursday, Tamsin is Samaris's like old mentor, basically from her Thieves Guild days, who she always had a tenuous relationship with, but not long before we combined groups, kind of like extracted her from this situation, and she's been with us since, because it's not really safe for her to go back to where she was before, so she's kind of hanging around. And also she's on the older side. Let me see if I can find the art. And Archie is canonically afraid of old women.
I did. I pulled up the bastard map again because we still have her token. I just made it big.
Oh yeah.
Because we've got a host of NPCs married in from each other's campaigns. So that's Tamsin. Archie hates old people, so it's have a very old lady voice. No, I'm just kidding. That's not Tamsin. Because the whole joke was she's not that old.
Yeah.
She
like 60s probably.
She would probably just give her more of a airy voice, and I think she was a little bit more soft-spoken and serious.
Yeah, I imagine Samaris is like falling asleep over her.
Roll a perception check.
At disadvantage.
Yep. Obviously, I don't have her like exact stats, but she is a master thief, so. Samaris, like what you hear a whisper in your ear.
I'm like, hi. Oh, hi. Hey, Tamsin.
I've never seen you study so diligently a book before.
Yeah, I'm really, really focused on it right now, as you can probably tell. Studying real hard. It's got some good stuff. Did you know that alcohol is bad for you? New information to me.
It's bad for you, but it has its purposes. Especially
Right, exactly.
loosening lips, which is exactly what I have been doing in Waterdeep. You and your companions will be making... should we use the word set sail on this ship? I don't know if that's... There's not sails, but it's like a ship. What do you think the correct word is?
Yeah, I think set sail. I don't think Caleb really cares, and even if he does, I think set sail makes sense. Information, you say? And she shuts the book closed and puts it next to her on the bed, couch, or wherever she is.
I have poked around at Waterdeep and I have found some information that I think maybe could be useful, but I'll file it away for you and your companions. I made contact with somebody who mentioned the hand of Yartar. And I have to say, by their reputation, I like their style. It's a young, small groups of thieves that operate out of Hand of Yartar. All members are supposedly ladies.
Hmm?
So, if we're there, I may poke around some more, see if I can make direct contact. What that information could be useful for me and for the Mount Talons on another planet, I don't know, but old habits die hard.
Well, it's certainly helpful for us, so appreciate it. And obviously, you're welcome to join us. I know you like a good game of craps.
Always bet on black, I think it is. Pretty well. I'm gonna go see if I can scare the boy.
I'll be listening.
Yeah, so she has sniffed up some information about the Hand of Yartar. What she learned was a young thieves group of all ladies operating out of Yartar.
Interesting.
Kind of cows.
Mm.
And so this is then connected to the casino.
It's connected to the casino in the sense that your destination is Yartar, and
Okay.
I think Lorelai would have and William. I'm even calling you William. When I start thinking of past stuff, my brain even starts saying William. Warden and Hiromi would describe it as being a riverboat, but usually docks in Yartar. So that is your destination.
I see.
And we've had a very brief interaction with the Hand of Yartar, right?
If you have, I'm not aware of it, to be completely
right.
Just
Sorry,
so you know.
I was asking Warden and.
I don't remember.
Okay,
It's been such a long time.
From what I remember, it was literally just like it was very tangential. Like we heard about it, and they were doing nefarious stuff in the background, and the Purple Lady was associated with them. I think that was like all we knew. That's at least all I remember.
I all I remember from that is like the Purple Lady.
Yeah.
I remember she was like, I thought she was being like forced almost, or she was under some sort of influence. But I don't know if that's what that was.
But also, but like that was also quote unquote a different timeline. So maybe
that's true.
And this is just like I'm just talking my thoughts out loud. But like maybe for ease and like consistency's sake, since Nate doesn't know what we did did and everyone else doesn't know what we did and we're all a little hazy on it, maybe we can just like
in my
leave
opinion,
that stuff and like essentially forget all of the information we really knew about Yartar before, other than like, oh yeah, we know of this gambling den.
I mean, I don't mind you all knowing that information, because if you don't remember, I was actually allowing Lorelei, and anyone really, but especially our natives, to roll history checks and learn information. So I like if it comes up organically. So as it plays out, like you're doing, as we're doing now, if you know, I didn't know you knew about the golden goose. Like I didn't care. I love that it was able.
Okay.
If anything, I'm glad I was able to use your past experiences and bring it in, right, unexpectedly.
Okay. I just don't
The
want
only
to
thing
mess
I don't
stuff up,
know
right?
is in everything I read, I don't remember reading anything about the Purple Lady, so I don't know who that is at all.
I think there was an addition,
It might have
and
been.
that's why I think some
It
of the
might have been.
some of the stuff we learned might like mess us up.
No, it's okay. I don't mind those people existing though, and
Yeah.
if you had if you had concrete ideas of like, oh yeah, that was the hand of Yartar, I would like adjust that like 100%. Like I really don't mind.
Different
but if you don't know
timeline,
the
who
hard
knows what-
details, but yeah.
Yeah. We can put it
I
all
have
down
taken
to
some creative freedom with the Golden Goose for my own entertainment and hopefully your entertainment. So that might not
Nice.
line up to your past experiences, but I think all the key details will be there. All right, and we are speaking, Lindsay, of you might have a cost list, because now that you mentioned it, I do think I remember you sending something maybe right
Yeah, so I'd
after
sent
last
you
session.
I wasn't sure how to add the spells that I did, but that's what she would have been doing. Like she, spent the first 2 days reading, and I know it would have.
Oh,
taken
you
at
can't
least
add
4.5
those to your list at the moment?
Correct.
Ooh, that'll be something I'm gonna have to sniff around, because
Yeah.
I don't think I've done out of class spells to somebody before. So for now, unfortunately, maybe we'll just have to do it.
I'll just remember them, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see if
I
there's
didn't
an
want. Yeah, I
add
don't want to take up time to
spells.
like add those now, but I just wanted to like let you know that like that was what I was spending my downtime doing, was like copying those spells, like learning them and stuff like that, as part of like the level up thing.
Let me I want to make a big note and put it on my
I
desk.
officially switched those spells out.
Excellent.
We talked about.
Did you have anything you wanted to purchase? Anybody else have any like items, more potions, anything like that? In that case,
We bought all of our potions of healing. Did everyone take that money off from last week? I posted it in the
I
chat.
did.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. So then everyone add those. Everyone got one potion of healing, 2 potions of healing, 1 greater, 1 superior, and then we all collectively have 1 supreme. So just make sure you have those in your inventory. And then I did type a list of the couple of things that I wanted, which was the potion of advantage, potion of comprehension, and an emerald pen.
Okay.
Oh.
So we all get 1 potion of healing.
2 potions of regular healing, 1
Okay.
greater, 1 superior, and then
we have
holding
just
on to
1
a
supreme.
Yeah, we're holding on to 1 supreme for whomever needs it.
And superior. Supreme, you guys. Potion of healing times 2.
I just pinged you to my original post with the things I bought. You can see them.
You said also a potion of giant size too?
Nope. You can get that with your money. Hey, you're muted.
Sorry. I've got my stains up now. I'm going to do a comparative for the potion of advantage. My apologies, guys. I totally forgot. It's not.
They're not. I looked
this is
at
my
all.
fault.
So I pinged you in the chat, but those are not on Scene Prices list. I did look for
Right.
them.
I'm doing like a comparison.
Oh, got it. Got comparison, like a common or an uncommon potion.
Yeah, I'm going to say the advantage is going to be 400 golds.
Okay.
Potion of comprehension.
The common.
So it's pretty much like covering language spells for 1 hour. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's make that one 500. And then Emerald Pin. I'm so glad you're finding stuff like this, especially without like a lot
So,
of
like, just cool stuff to-
spellcasters.
yeah.
It,
Emerald Pen
helps
is,
shape it
seems
out better.
very much like up her alley.
Potion advantage. Potion comprehension. Emerald pin. Okay.
I think one of my players rolled this recently.
How much gold do I need to take out? My inventory for all that potions.
I'll find it in the chat.
An illusory script is you write parchment or several writing imbued with an potent skill that lasts for the duration. To you and any creatures in it, when you create the spell, writing appears normal when in your hand and conveys where meaning 10. We're not going to break the bank on that one, but it still is a uncommon magic item that does an at will. I think 1,000 gold would be good for the pin.
Right. Could I try and like do a persuasion check to get a little bit of a discount on those things?
Yep.
31.
The DC was 4. I'm just kidding. Let's say you the pin. I don't. Hopefully you wrote down what I said earlier. 800 for $200, 200 gold off of the pin, and then half price on the other potions.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How much is the potion of giant size?
Is that an actual question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Potion.
There's a potion of giant size?
Oh,
And I
yeah.
sold the,
There's
the
actually,
record.
I think there's a variety of them. Oh, it's giant size, not giant strength. I'm thinking giant strength. That's a legendary potion. Okay.
Damn.
Whereas potion does nothing for that.
What does it do?
Oh, it
Let's
does.
let's link it real quick because it is a potion of like giant strength, but it's even more than that. Unfortunately, a legendary item is not going to be easily found. This is a DC 30 investigation check. One of you can make that roll. Doesn't have to be Calum, but that's step 1. Step 2 would be me even deciding what the price on that is.
I'll take that one again.
Well,
Nice.
it's like
Well, let me just
what the hell
burn that
What is a
inspiration.
potion of giant size?
I'm just burning that inspiration. Wait,
Hey,
yeah, let me do the inspiration.
If you have inspiration, you can spend it 100%.
Is this something
Hypothetically,
I can guide?
You could have guided, and
Okay,
you can.
I got-
You could have had
Don't need it.
advantage. Oh,
Damn.
with the simple help action.
Oh,
Okay.
Now I got a 30.
There you go.
Very good. Yeah.
oh my god!
Not only does
this
it make you
spell.
bigger, but your strength becomes 25, and that's for 24 hours.
Oh, there's a lot more.
That's very strong.
Three times the normal dice roll on a weapon.
Because it's a potion, I'm going to say it's going to be 15,000 gold.
Oh,
I mean, it's legendary.
Yeah, this is one of the best
Oh,
buff
yeah.
potions I've ever seen.
Hmm. But it's
You're-
not like a
Damn,
roll.
actually, I just saw the
Sure.
HP maximums doubled.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. I think that's going to be even more than 15,000. I think that's going to be 30k easy.
whoa!
This
I
is a
got it.
legendary thing. This is so strong.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Not only is the HP doubled, but when it wears off, if you're still above
Another
your
24
maximum,
hours.
it all becomes temporary, and it's 24 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, that's 30k easy.
Hell.
And only because it's a potion, I've been letting us roll to see if you find it as a legendary item. So 30k. If you guys want, it's really good. So if you guys want to chip in and buy it, I'm totally fine with that. But that is because that's what the gold's there for, right? Is to find stuff like this and play around.
What
But
is it? Do you have a plan for that, Calum? That's like, I mean, like a lot of
Oh
gold.
yeah. I mean, it's only for. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but it'd be nice for like any of you guys want to use
So
it.
30,000 gold?
Mhm.
Is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah.
30,000 gold.
I mean, I have about 6,000 gold on hand at the moment.
But I think it's the power for the. I think it's only for the damage of the weapon. But like, if you added like smite, it does not affect the smite. I think it's
Right.
just weapon. Or
Tripling
if the
weapon damage is so strong, though. It's so good.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
seen
I mean,
weapon
this is like
damage.
legendary. This is like super
It
legendary.
is legendary.
Right.
Harder to
So-
kill.
I'm willing to
longer
put
reach.
10,000
How
down.
much gold do we have? I can put all our gold down, yeah.
So imagine having a weapon. Let's just say like a hunting rifle of +1. That's like a 2d10. And this is triple, so it turns into a 6d10.
I mean, absolutely. I just feel like this is very above our current.
Maybe we can get it after the casino.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we can,
I mean,
we know
it's
where it is
have all
now.
the
So we can gamble some money.
30,000 all red.
$30,000.
We do know where the potion is now, and I
Mhm.
don't think anybody else is going to be buying it. So
Right.
I'm not like I don't want to debate you guys, but like you would have to roll again to find something like this. Like this thing is so good and so strong. Like you'd have to roll to hope to find it again. Like obviously it's within your guys' realm, right? But I'm not saying get it while you can, but rolling a 30 to find a legendary potion, it's not going to be
Roll.
easy every single time.
I
Use my
mean-
inspiration for it.
Between
Gotta
both my characters, I got like over 70,000, so I could
Okay.
pitch in for it. So
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
put
pitch
10K
in.
down.
mhm.
I think it's more for like the oh shit moment. Like we
Mhm.
really
Like the
need
big,
something.
big bad.
we'll put
Right.
5,000 down.
I just
I'm
spent-
changing my rules for drinking potions, by the way. It takes an hour to drink potions now.
I'm thinking like if we have like we're going up against like a dragon or like another
Yeah.
giant,
100%.
because your army strength is already 25, but it would be cool if like somebody else had like especially that HP.
Yep.
Yep.
Do we need any more money
Initiative.
for it?
We're at 15,000 right now, I think.
Archie can donate 9,000.
24,
then
we need
you're-
6 more.
6 more. I can
Right.
donate the
I
6.
can put
Yeah.
I can put 6 down, or at least part of that.
Yeah, I have 36,000 on me,
Okay.
so I can give 6,000 easily, and you guys
I
can.
mean, if everyone wants to like not spend quite as much money, we could all put down like how many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And we have some in the cash too.
Yeah, we have 40,000 in the group coffers.
That's
Well,
true.
then how about we do? Everyone spends 3,000 gold, which takes us to 21, and then we take the remaining 9 from the group coffers.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's
But
do
that-
that.
There. Yeah.
A little bit less of a burden on any one person.
Okay. So
So
3,000.
3,000 each.
Lord Caleb, are you sure
And
you want
then-
us to be taking money from the ship funds? I don't.
Sorry, I have
9,000.
items I could gamble, perhaps.
Yes, we'll take. It's going to help us. So yes, I approve of taking from the coffers.
That's going to put us
Yes.
behind on the other expansions we spoke about, Lord Caleb, namely the sauna and the jacuzzi and the massage parlor. Are you sure?
That's for the we might keep the massage parlor, but I think I have to think about that one. But I think we're going to a gambling establishment. Well, I'm just going to put everything on red. We should be good.
Also, Caleb, the gold that you owe for the potions is 892 gold and 8 silver.
892 gold, which I'm going to do 193. 193.
And you got those
Mm.
4 potions. Regular, 1 greater, 1 superior.
Alrighty. So who's going to?
And I also, just Nate, so you know, I did end up selling that ion stone.
Okay.
6,000.
Sounds good.
That's all my purchases. Thanks, guys, for bearing with me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Get them toys.
Just
gonna
want to
say
use
something.
these very nicely.
Oh, yeah. So the potion has been purchased. Caleb, are you holding it on your person, it's very important for us to decide who has that on their person
Mm-hmm.
or where it is. I very much
Probably
want that to be
Ishka, right?
decided.
Is that kind of where we're
was kinda-
leaning towards?
I was kind of leaning towards Ishka, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
What?
I think
so.
Ishka as well.
But what kind of damage does your glaive
Yeah, I
do?
think
Ishka
definitely
takes it. You're like,
think
oh, you
so.
want me to drink it? And drinks it right away.
Not
just
now.
like the.
I have found a roulette
Oh, we spent
table
30K?
online
Do it, Ishka.
that
Do
you
it.
can just use.
Play to your character.
I'm gonna hold on to this potion real quick.
It's like, do it.
That looks good. Let me try some.
Yeah.
No.
You sip it, and one of your fingers just gets like really big.
The middle finger.
The middle finger.
Yeah, I mean,
It does
Hmm.
1d10 plus 6 damage. Plus.
Yeah, so
That
when
would
you
only
drink
account for that.
and then it'll turn to 3d10 if
Yeah,
you
your
drink it.
glaive. Yeah, it would be 3d10, right?
Plus the butt and all the extra attacks.
That would count too, right? Or is it just only the blood?
Just
Only
the
only
the
the
glaive.
weapon, not any of the bonuses from smites or.
But it would count towards the butt though, since it's part of the weapon, right?
Oh yeah. The
Okay,
butt, yeah.
yeah.
Your butt's gonna get an enhancement. Sorry,
Mm,
Big butt.
your butt
That's
got a
what I
buff.
that's what I
Buff butt.
kind of
Sorry.
told her today that that's what helped cushion her accident.
Yep.
All right.
That dump truck.
That's
Yep.
what I told her. I was like, you know,
Archie, roll a
Lauren,
mischief check.
Okay.
what's going on here?
Ooh.
Lorelai, roll either a perception or a dexterity check. Probably
Ooh.
perception.
Just regular dex,
Just regular dex.
not acrobatics, by any chance?
Not really.
Okay.
You're contesting Archie's mischief check.
Where's my? Okay, I'm still gonna do the dex. 15.
So then, I know you said it as a joke, but you know me, I like to latch onto it and make things to a reality. So it's up to the two of you if you want this to play out this way. I was calling for rolls, but it's your choice. I don't want to take Lindsay's player agency away if you don't. But you've got your beautiful new pen. You have all your inks and all of this stuff, and
Yes,
you've let it
please.
all out. And the next time you go into your little private room and your desk and everything, there's cheese puff dust all over it, and your special paper, like that very fine, heavy, like it's a heavy. What's the? Isn't there like a weight?
Schmidt?
Doesn't paper have like weight, quote unquote? And you get
Yes.
like good craft
Mhm.
paper. So maybe
Oh,
you're
yeah.
getting me some better ones. And doesn't like someone did it maybe, and you can tell me, Archie, but my imagination, it wasn't that Archie was necessarily being nefarious, but more just like, how much that's over here? Oh, that's very cool. And I'm just moving along. That's
In my
me.
head,
Yeah.
in my head, I think he was he thought that they were napkins or something. I was just using like the small paper to like wipe his fingers on it.
Yes, run with it.
Lorelai treats this as an investigation, like as a professional investigation,
Ooh,
and
roll an
tracks down
That's
the cheese dust culprit.
So yeah, do you want this to happen, Archie, or do you want Lorelai to roll an investigation check?
I don't think he would try to hide it. Like he's pretty open about his cheese puff obsession.
Well, and
You can literally probably follow a cheese crumb trail
That's what she's doing.
to Archie.
oh my goodness, what? I'm having a memory. Don't you guys have a Roomba now, like something that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
on the ship?
we
Yeah,
do.
yep,
Yeah, we do.
yep.
We do. Yeah.
So I
It's
do
just
think
been
there is an
four.
investigation check here to try and what is it? What is it that we turned into a Roomba?
It's like
What did I got something, right? It was like a
Remember
weird
Was it like
item.
a gel or was it one of like an uncommon magic item? Oh, it was
Yeah.
a cleansing stone. I think so. A couple
cleansing
people rolled for
stone.
that.
Yeah. Mhm, mhm.
And so yeah, so it's going around with a 20. In my opinion, that is enough to still see like maybe you go by and you see Caleb's
True.
manservant in the hallway, and he's got like Toro. Thank you. Let me bring up the bastard. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place, but this is what I'm here for. Where is Toro? I'll ping Toro so you see who he is. Lorelai, as you go through, he's like there with a spray bottle, and he's like and some towels, and he's just spraying. There's like a handle with cheese puff dust all over it. She's like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe where is that Roomba?" It's up to you if you want to talk to him all about that, or just keep following your trail.
She'd listen, following her trail.
Yeah, and boy, and then geez, I need to talk to Lord Caleb about Archibald and
I mean, she'd put the clues together.
Damn. Chief Balls! Excuse me, Lady Lorelai. Just pardon me. And he walks down the hallway, just like. But you see the trail leading. Where are you at, Archie? On the ship?
Yeah, I think just on the deck of the ship.
All the cheese dust. Trail.
Yeah, Lorelai approaches Archie, and man, yeah, okay. So she brought one of the like crumpled up cheese puff dusted papers, and like a naughty dog, she like grabs him by the back of the hair and like shoves his nose in it and like rubs his nose
no.
in, like,
that'll be a player choice if there's any contest there. What are we thinking, Archie?
Yeah, no, I think he wouldn't resist for sure. He'd just be like,
go ahead. Take it. Mm-hmm.
She'd just come up from behind and just like grab his hair and shove it in and be like, bad Archie.
oh, what the hell? You smushed my nose!
Yeah, you destroyed my... And she's gonna just go on a rant about her, like, I don't know, my weighted papers of, you know, blah, 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 that cost me this much gold and blah, blah, blah. And next time you go through my stuff, I won't be as nice.
He just is rubbing his nose. I don't know what a weighted paper is, but those look like napkins to me.
It's fine parchment. Do not see the what's that fancy word? Do you not see how the beautiful the pressed monogram here in on the corner? Initials.
He looks it over. No, yeah, it just looks like napkins to me.
On the sides.
Yeah, you lost me at filigree. I don't know what that is.
She's gonna like just turn and like give like an exasperated sigh and just like stalk away and throw the thing over her shoulder. Just very dramatic.
Yeah, I don't know what her problem is.
Then she will put all of her writing implements in a locked chest in her room.
You've learned. Just so Samarius learned.
I've heard this come up for us, but Samaris has, I mean, this is also very Samaris coded behavior in general, but she has like 7 locks on her door.
Yeah.
Definitely take a leaf out of that book. And she will use prestidigitation to clean and salvage whatever she can.
Wouldn't you have just done that in the first place?
You need to make a point, Warden. Not stand for it. I have to tell them what they did wrong. You have consequences need to be immediate, you know, if they're going to learn.
Archie goes back to like wiping his hands on the side of the ship.
Yeah.
Need to buy that handkerchief.
Toro appears in your... Oh, go ahead, Warden. Go ahead.
No.
Toro appears after... Oh, sorry. I
was like thinking for a second. If you want, that's not how you do consequences. Watch. Just not right now. Just later. I'll take care of it.
She'll narrow her eyes a little bit, like a sharp nod. Well then.
Toro appears after you guys finish your conversation. Excuse me, did I hear a little bit of hubbub with the boy up on deck? pertaining to his
Trail of cheese dust.
cheese puff. If you ever need any help, please let me know. For some reason, the Lord has taken a liking to the boy and allows his disgusting behavior on the ship. If you're ever planning revenge, please let me know. I'll be happy to assist.
The behavior would never stand in the House of Manthar.
You should have seen what he did to my hair! Oh, excuse me. Pardon. Good day.
You're there.
Toro is a man on the edge. He's on the cliff of insanity.
I think that ship has sailed.
Ship has sailed.
That airship has sailed.
Bahaha.
I'm trying to find a GIF of two people, like, you know, when you walk into somebody and you try to go right and they go right, and you go left and they go left.
Mm.
That's kind of what that felt like.
Archie, what did you do? Overheard that you... Were you going through her room?
Huh?
Were
Whose
you
room?
going through her room?
Who's your
Lorelai's.
Lorelai's? I don't know. Sometimes I just wander, you know?
In other people's rooms?
Sometimes, you know, I don't know where I'm going. I just look up and I'm in a room somewhere, you know? I just back out. This happens sometimes. I'm a wanderer, right?
You just randomly go into someone's room?
Well, if the door's open,
Oh, if it was open. Okay, yeah, you got full game.
well, I just saying, man. She said I like ruined her fancy papers or something. She used some word or, you know, a couple of words. I don't really know what it was. Fancy words, but I thought they were napkins.
Well, try not to... they're new. I don't think they're used to us yet, so...
What, the napkins?
Yeah, the napkins look pretty new, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, but
She's
they look
got some
like-
fancy napkins. That's all.
yeah, they look pretty expensive.
Yeah. But could we get like fancy napkins like that?
Vellum. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's the word I was looking for.
Oh, vellum, yeah.
Vellum paper.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know who
Neither do
this.
I.
I don't know who this vellum person she was talking about, but those were
Like
some fancy
old-
napkins.
Old fancy handmade paper.
Yeah, we just use... Yeah,
I've just been using the toilet paper this whole time. I try to keep a roll on me.
I just use skin of the undead.
All right. Yeah. See, all of our conversations usually end in something like this, where I say something weird and then you say something even more weird.
What's weird about that?
Nobody uses skin of undead people, Caleb. I mean, come on,
Yes,
you're already half vampire. Stop living up to the stereotype.
that's what my book is made out of.
Gross, man. Can't we just have like
do
people's
this.
dead skin? Ugh, I think I
It just
forgot.
It just has like a...
Purpose.
I'm surprised how you forgot. It has that little faint smell of like burnt hairs to it, but other than that, yeah, it serves as pages. There's nothing wrong with it. They don't need it.
Yeah, but isn't it? Oh, so that's why I had like little tufts of hair in it. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, sorry, Hiromi, but hopefully that didn't bother you too much.
Hiromi looks like she's having an internal conversation.
I just do not understand the texture of the dust on the walls, Oromi. Cheese puff dust.
I just try not to touch the walls. It leaves a residue. I'm not sure what it is.
I would like to try again these loopy nuggets.
Well, you'll have to ask Ishka.
What do you
What?
think? they're made.
While you guys are talking, Ishka kind of goes up to Archie from behind, grabs his tail, and
Yelps.
and wipes the cheese puff dust.
He uses his tail as like a duster.
Yep.
Is this
Wait, what?
kind of a ritual?
What'd you say, Toro? What? Or who's talking?
It is Miyakumo
Oh,
and Hiromi.
did you say you wanted to try what?
You would sampled the loopy nuggets.
You want to try some?
No, 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 no more loopy nuggets.
They come from Barovia. That's from where Ishka and I are from.
Yeah, they're
Super
good.
delicacy.
I'll go get some.
And we have some Barovian coffee beans.
Archie like snatches his tail back. Unhand me, woman! And then he goes and stalks off.
Ishka snickers.
Is the cheese puffs some kind of ritual?
No, he just likes it.
Hmm.
He just likes cheese puffs. That's
It's his
just like-
addiction.
yeah, just like lupine nuggets.
Or my addiction.
Lupine nuggets.
They're loopy nuggets, not lupine.
Hmm.
You did say lupine, though. Is that what they are called?
No, Caleb doesn't know what he's talking about. They're loopy.
I don't eat them. Well, I eat some, but it's not like. I prefer other types of food.
Me. I also have a strange palate. Do you also eat the strong, Caleb?
Yeah, I got some bottled wine. You want to try?
Is it filled with the strength of warriors?
It could be. It will have to get the fine vestige from my father's castle. But we're not going there for quite a while.
I would like to try your father's vintage wine for strength.
Due time.
Akumu, we don't do very well on alcohol.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's not much alcohol, but it has that little kind of coppery, bloody taste to it.
Blood.
That sounds horrifying.
Is it blood?
No?
Roll a deception check.
Here we go.
Wine, but it has a coppery taste.
Oh my good lord.
Here we go.
You don't need to drop gold on like disguise forgery kits, in my opinion. I think that's just mundane enough that I'm not worried about it. Not when you guys have 100,000 gold laying around. I mean, you can if you want, if it makes you feel good, but I'm not worried about it.
Nah, it's okay. Just for the record, she's got Lorelai's got trunks of clothes and like makeup and soaps and shit like that. She's got, lots of that.
It's been a while since we've done any sort of disguise forgery kit. Remember, I like to lean into like their magical cosmetics, because that way you could like, the tiefling with horns in your party. Let's make them look like a human. Like that way you have more flexibility and fun with it. So
absolutely, but she would also be very excited about the outfit portion, putting
Let's
together
make
the outfits as well.
100%.
Let's make the cat look like a werewolf and the werewolf look like a cat.
We actually did that once.
How about this, Lorelai? This is very
Kind
strange.
of.
Roll a d20, add 4.
But no, I'm not hiding.
Archie's.
That's a lot.
Are you okay with me saying you have 11
Say with
outfits? And as the campaign progresses, you can be say, "Hey Nate, can I turn one of those outfits into a nobleman's outfit?" Sure. Hey, can I turn this one into a sailor's outfit? And you have like 11 times you can like call it.
Cool,
It's probably
that'd be
not
awesome.
that important, but that way
That's
you
awesome. I'd love that.
Yep. I love the cheat. Sorry. Well, so I think we can officially say welcome to the Misfits because all it takes is one Archie cheese puff incident, and then for an hour later we're just RPing.
Peeing about like these puffs and
Yeah, well, I want to do something.
We get to plot
fast.
too sometimes.
Yep.
yeah. So
we're working on it.
Shenanigans ensue, and then we have to walk the last 2 days there.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's actually where. It
Or
comes
just
in.
Archie.
But before we depart, late the night before, unless we're leaving like in the morning, I don't know. I'm assuming we're leaving at night because we're landing at night.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Early morning, like 4
I
a.m.
want to roll up to this place like in a limousine.
The exercise room. Is it locked up?
I think we don't have an exercise room.
I thought you did, and you.
It got
it's
revoked.
Archie's room.
Well, it
Okay.
wasn't
I
Archie's
moved into-
room. We did
You guys
we
can
did
put
toss
it.
up the idea potentially of people buying more weights, and I think Warden was interested in doing that. And in my brain,
No,
kind of
I
half
think-
of it.
I thought Archie bought more.
Oh
While
yeah,
we were
Archie,
there.
Archie got more weights. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like, and I do remember that usually the weights and stuff were in Archie's room, so Archie probably would have restocked them inside his room.
Shit. Okay. I want to get into that room.
Oh, it's open. It's just
Is there anybody inside?
he doesn't really spend a whole lot of time in there. He's
Okay.
usually out bothering other
All
people.
right. Well, if there's nobody inside, I'm gonna go in, and I'm going to find the 45-pound, the plates.
This
And
is
I'm
me
gonna
projecting.
remove-
This is a quick question. Archie, is your room pretty organized, or is it a teenage
Fuck no.
just like shit everywhere?
There's shit.
You didn't keep the
everywhere.
weights. You don't keep the weights
Yeah,
organized.
there's like he bought like a lot of issues of Waterdeep Gone Wild, and it's just like it's like spread all over his bed.
I'm not
Yeah, there's
forcing this.
the
I'm
weights
thinking an
everywhere.
investigation check to find what you're looking for
Oh.
through the teenage
Yeah, you have to
mess
dig
of
through
Archie
the-
bedroom.
yeah. Yes, you have to dig through the dirty hamper.
Gnomes
To
with
find
the
shit.
bones.
10, I didn't say it was a hard DC, and I think 10 was the DC there. Yeah.
Okay.
You touched some questionable things.
That's all right. I've touched worse. I'm gonna find the plates, the 45-pounders, and after organizing them in a little pile, I'm going to remove from my little satchel a vial of green slime acid, and I'm just gonna drizzle it over the 45-pound weights, the plates, the good ones.
Wait, what did you put on it? I'm sorry.
Wow.
Green slime acid. I picked it up when we were in
Weights.
the dungeon.
Ooh, okay.
And that does dissolve metal.
Because of in my soul, I'm feeling a prank war coming on between Warden.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Officially
me.
welcome to Misfits because you get a mischief skill check now.
Oh, what is this? What do I add to that?
What did I add for you, Archie? I usually, you know me, normally I'm like, I made it a
Charisma.
charisma one because it's kind of
Yeah,
like a
no.
deception.
Yeah.
That was also
Okay.
because Archie was an asshole, so it kind of went all over the place
Yeah.
with it. But let's keep it consistent here. Because charisma's
Yes, it
not
makes
like
sense.
exactly one of, but you're proficient in it. So at least you get your proficiency.
Oh, so it's a +5.
Yep. Yeah. +5.
All right. So if you refresh your page,
20.
Mom, you know. Did I?
Oh, I just rolled it off a d20.
No,
Well,
that's fine. But you'll have a skill on your
5
sheet
plus-
called mischief
Okay.
now.
okay. Yeah, 15 + 5 for a dirty
All right,
20.
it's a 20. Let's do a contested mischief roll there, Archie.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I think either.
I sense my voice.
Oh.
Oh! Roll off!
Oh shit.
Roll off. Everyone just roll. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Both of you roll another d20 for me.
Oh, a mischief
Just
or a
a-
d20.
What we roll? Yeah.
I mean, it's a d20. It's because your modifier is the same, right? Both are +5, so it's
Yeah.
pretty much a rolls off. Yeah, just roll d20s for funsies. Roll off
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, it's pretty good.
a 9.
9.
Oh, did I hear something? Oh.
Oh, 13 is more than a 9.
Damn.
So,
Guidance.
Guidance it.
Says who?
You beat it. She rolled a 9. Archie rolled a 9. You rolled a 13. So you're modified.
She rolled a 14. I thought she rolled a 13 and she added plus. She rolled a mischief. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I thought she rolled. Okay.
Yeah, so
I rolled straight.
So your goal here is just like to destabilize them or just ruin them.
I think destabilizing them is more funny. So like very like purposefully in a line on each of them, where it's weight bearing, and so it just breaks away. Yeah.
All right. Next time you want to go exercise, Archie, pull out your weights, and you're like, I'm going to do some bell presses. The cheese puff got me going real good. Whatever you want to do it. I'm just projecting here. And unfortunately, one of them was destabilized. And so when you go to lift the weight up and do a little bench press, it kind of breaks and snaps off and smacks you right in the face for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
I'm really not. Oh, God.
Is it okay for me to say that everyone hears you yell in pain across the ship?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, it's okay.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So, Warden,
my thing is
hear ching, ching, the call of Archie across the ship.
I will.
I don't know if he's smart enough to figure out that it's been sabotage. He might just think it's
if you
really
want to roll an
shitty.
investigation check.
Yeah, let me do that because I'm like.
I mean, he did pour acid on it, right? So it is scarred in its own way.
I got a +1 intelligence, so.
After the scream, I will slip Lorelei the vial, the empty vial.
15.
You got a 15.
The weight has been somebody did something to your weight, or there's something acid for some reason. It looks like it was very methodical and purposeful to make it break like that. These are brand new weights, and there was nothing like this.
He gets a little forehead vein that starts popping out, and he slowly turns his head and looks out of his room, and he goes, Toro.
Lorelei writes a very nice, thoughtful thank you note on her fancy paper with her fancy pens to Warden for revenge on her behalf.
This is evidence.
Yeah, you hear him scream from the end of the ship.
Toro somewhere on the ship just smiles. He doesn't know why you're upset, but he's just happy for your
He's just he's just enjoyed it. That's funny.
This has been a really wonderful little side, little
This is just
hiatus.
The mischief intermission.
Intermission. There's the best word for it.
Excellent. All right.
Yartar.
To Yartar.
Fucking year down the line, either Archie or Warden's gonna be on death's door, about to sacrifice himself. He's gonna be like, I gotta tell you something.
It was me. Oh.
And then Archie lets go of Warden's hand and he drops into the lava.
Yeah.
No, I have to see the GIF. I'm sorry.
What is this
right.
GIF?
So, following the knowledge of Lorelei, Warden, and Hiromi, you all make it to the city of Yartar. I'm just gonna keep jumping you guys around. Apparently, again, this is a major city. It's not the biggest, on the Waterdeeps and Baldur Gates, but it is a major metropolis in its own right. Most importantly, these two rivers kind of meet there and they continue flowing south. So you make your way through the city. Again, there's just so you know, you're near a big city in case in the future you want to do more shopping or anything using city rule stuff. But you lead them down to the docks and to the riverfronts. You do see, a lot of fishing ships, a lot of merchandise and barges loaded up. A lot of the barges have guards on it, but it's very, very busy, very active. And but you take them to more of the yachts, the more private ships areas. So you move away from more of the merchandise, and then you come upon and you see the Grand Dame that within the ship, inside of it is the Golden Goose Casino. So you're standing in the docks looking out at it currently.
Before we go any closer, would we have talked about, like, as we were walking the past 2 days, about a plan of attack for, like, what we're gonna do? Infiltrate. We decided, right, that we're gonna try infiltration and information gathering before we do the whole smash it to bits thing.
Harshnag kind of, because Harshnag's with you, right? Let's bring it back into the picture here. I don't do well myself. Espionage. So I wait on the docks. And you can call for me if you need my axe.
Excellent idea.
Oh.
Maybe we should... Does anybody want to go and scout in advance? Or do we want to just go in and pose as patrons of the establishment?
Well, I don't know what there is to scout for except security, and we're not technically doing anything wrong.
Yeah. Are we robbing the place, or...
I think we're looking for information
Did I-
about anything they have regarding giants, regarding any letters or things that could have belonged to the queen, or
Yeah, okay.
I mean-
infiltration.
Yeah.
All right, you should have said that. I thought we were robbing the place.
did say infiltration.
What is the
maybe, like,
difference?
30
Well-
seconds ago?
Oh. I must have missed it.
Well,
Infiltration doesn't necessarily involve theft.
But you have to do that to thieve.
Yes.
Well,
And we
There's
can
that.
Snatch and grab.
Snatch and grab.
That is infiltration.
well,
Infiltration of information, Samaris.
Yeah. Both.
Well,
I mean,
in any case, it sounds like you need someone stealthy. Could hang around, see what I hear.
well, you
Yeah.
do have the Jewel of Three Prayers. You can go invisible and look at the papers and take what you need.
yeah, we could, the rest of us could work on, I tend to work best in wheedling information out of people using my,
Do we know if
persuasive
they're
personality.
Sorry.
Others might, like you said, you might do better sneaking. Others might do better as distractions. And she's going to look over at Archie. It could take tension away by the guards, perhaps. For some
I would
reason.
love to be a distraction. I'm not good with the whole charismatic thing, but, I can cause a scene. Yeah.
The only thing I can do is scare people, and that's not what we need right now. Do we know the weapon situation? Is there like a check? Do you have to check the weapons?
I don't know how you all did it before, but what I read is if you've gone on it previously, you're not allowed to bring weapons and armor onto the ship.
Oh,
There are
dear.
guards.
Ooh.
I don't know if your DM enforced that in the past, but I will be.
Okay, well,
That would be
It's whatever. Yeah.
that would be a change. I do think.
I
the
need to
narrative.
stay with whoever is in the most danger.
Didn't we put our stuff in like a bag of holding last time?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what we did for the
I
casino
mean,
last
that's
time.
possible, but
Yeah, we
anyone
did
that wears
put everything
armor is
in a
kind
bag
of
of holding.
screwed right now.
Hmm.
Like,
What do you
didn't
got
we
the
hide weapons?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm tripping.
I
Well,
do have
I mean,
a
yeah, we
question
could hide
about
weapons.
the specifics of that. Oh wait. Where's my Samaris has glamored studded leather, which I can use a bonus action to speak the armor's command word and cause the armor to assume appearance of a normal set of clothing or some other kind of armor.
That's
Nice.
amazing. Look at that.
With
works.
that,
Yeah, if you wanted to use that to make it look like normal clothing and then try and
Yeah.
pass it off as normal clothing, you can certainly try. The
And what counts?
the one thing I would only say is like with most illusion rules, there's usually like an investigation check or physical contact. So just know that those are usually the mechanics revolving around. Is
Yeah.
that an illusion or not? So
Why don't we just give our weapons to Samaris, and she can go invisible with the Jewel of Three Prayers, and when it's the old shit moment, we're like, Samaris, where are you? Where's our weapons?
I mean,
Hopefully there won't even be an oh shit moment. Hopefully Samaris will get in and out with whatever evidence we need. We can get the information we need. Yeah. I think
Unless
that's
she
a
wants to gamble.
good contingency plan.
Mm.
Unless Damaris wants to gamble. I'm gonna look over at Ishka to see if she's like shaking, like, because we're about to go to the casino and she's like desperately wanting to go.
Yeah, Ishka kind of has a slight smirk and is just waiting to go and gamble.
No, it counts as
high
a
roller,
weapon.
Ishka?
Wait, what, Lorelai?
You a high roller?
Can be.
That would be another great distraction if someone goes on a hot winning streak, spending lots of cash. That usually draws the attention of all of the guards, at least a lot of them. At the casino, they tend to watch those people carefully.
I can do my best.
All right, so what we're saying is me and Ishka be distractions. Draw the crowd.
Just draw attention on yourself, maybe in 2 different places, so that way guards have to split up and attentions that maybe you're too overserved, or you start an argument with somebody, or whatever it might be. Perhaps time it with Samaris. Samaris, do you have any way of like messaging Archie?
We could borrow.
We do bird noises, usually.
We
I can do my magic tricks.
Archie does bird noises. I speak back to him in common. No, I love the idea that we like actually do bird noises, but Sparrows doesn't want to admit that.
Yeah,
Perfect
and you
signal.
just respond in common where everybody can hear you.
Yeah. But when we're alone.
Yeah.
Actually, oh jeez, had a Lorelai, you asked a question.
Like if let's say like you're about to like try and you are sneaking in invisible, and then you try and like, I don't know, you got to open a door to go into the personal quarters or whatever, you can like signal Archie like, hey, now get this guard away from the door.
Well, I have me and Question have sending stones. We could. She'll be very sad, but we could ask Question if we could have hers, but that's only good for one time.
You are 2 days away from Question.
Right, never mind.
See what I got. I have a cloak of billowing. What happens if you're gonna be invisible? Is that right?
Yeah.
Fuck. I was gonna say you could just make the cloak billow as a sign, like.
Oh, what if I cast the Wand of Smiles on you?
That's not a bad idea.
Would break the invisibility.
Yeah, invisibility.
Oh no!
Oh, damn it.
No spells or attacks.
What if you just?
I can give you my pole of angling, and you can.
This would be very obnoxious, but I could cast message every 6 seconds until you can respond to this message, and then you can tell me when.
I do have thaumaturgy. Maybe I could shake the ground. I don't know.
I think you can also. I can cast invisibility on someone else.
So
if it's someone with.
Adds a little context here too. I'm imagining you all overlooking the waterfront, right? And you all have like oh, there it is. Let's start talking, right? So you're like let's say like on a little cafe balcony overlooking, and just having a private conversation. But Samaris, with your high passive perception, you do see on the docks around the Golden Lady a lot of activity. Objects or like crates are being put on. You see decorations being pulled onto the ship and pulled off. With your eagle-eye sight as you're kind of making your plans and thinking about it and scoping it, you do see guards on the ship moving around on the deck. It's a 3-tiered ship. And you do see an elderly, what looks like an elderly human lady kind of in charge of the dock, and she seems to be getting things on and off the ship. But the odd details, though, of everything with your passive perception is those are some fancy decorations. You see magical light. You see these, like, are those plants they're taking on there? And like, it's very odd. You see a lot of like magical decorations being brought onto the ship. That's all.
I relay that information.
Something big
I'm
going on then?
processing.
Was that Warden?
Something big going on? Maybe a big show?
Apparently.
Or maybe they're preparing?
Some sort of event.
Hmm?
Honestly, we don't really have enough information.
I mean, we could just...
Wing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've got some good ideas, and then we could always just do our best.
I think
Well,
we might have to.
what if we all
get
have a...
information.
What if we all come up with a saying, just like, one word or like a couple words that's code for like, I don't know, I need help, listen to this.
Uno.
Do we
Never
have
met him.
time before we go on the boat for Samaris to, and we don't have to like draw this out RPing it, but to try to find someone from the Hand of Yartar to like get a little more intel on what's going on the boat?
You
Good
could do
idea.
it. You could do an investigation at advantage because you have information, and Tamsin, if anything, Tamsin probably wandered into town with you and is out and about. It is a big city, so it's a very high DC though. On doing it on a short time. Fortunately, 17's not enough.
Okay.
Wing it, and it is.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some general ideas. Maris, is there a noise that you could make? I mean, Archie mentioned some bird calls.
Just like casually drop the word in a sentence, we'll look out, make it a weird word, something that stands out.
Quasazakatanango.
Absolutely not.
Or, I mean, you could just, are you planning on going in invisible, or are you planning on like going to the bathroom and turning invisible and then doing your stuff?
I mean, I could go in invisible because it lasts up to an hour, and I have 7 charges, so as long as I don't get caught at the wrong moment. But I can also, again, cast invisibility on someone else. We could go together because I have plus 15. So someone has an echo. Sorry, it's
Rob.
That was Rob. Yeah. Be right back.
Friendly reminder about mechanics for invisibility. So I think even says it gives like advantage on stealth checks. It's very situational, but like remember if you're, hey Rob, are you here?
It usually happens when he like puts his
When he
mic
puts it
down.
I'm gonna turn him down for a second. So invisibility, you can give you advantage, but let's say you're in the middle of a busy room, right? Remember, if you're in a crowd, I allow you to roll stealth at all in an open area. Does that make sense? So just keep that in mind for your mechanics there. Obviously, if you have invisibility and you're in your cloak, then I would allow you to roll with advantage.
I don't have invisibility and the cloak. What I'm saying is basically someone else my stealth I feel like is, since it's very strong, I have a plus 15 and advantage with the cloak. If I wanted to use the invisibility on someone else, I'm still able to like sneak around.
I think what he's saying is that you would have to be invisible. You would have to be invisible to be allowed to try and be stealthy.
Let me do this too. Let's do this. I'm gonna give you guys the battle map. I don't think there's any spoilers.
I was gonna say, yeah, I also don't have a good sense of like
scale, right?
And like what am I trying to get into a specific room? I
think that's why Lorelai's idea was like that we should go in as a group, or like in pairs or threes or whatever, like maybe 2 smaller groups, you're not invisible, and like we try and do the information gathering stuff first.
Okay.
Like map out like, okay, there's an exit that looks like, the chef is coming from that area. That looks like the, locked door that people are guarding. That's probably the one we need to go for. You know what I mean? And then like
Yeah.
you can go to the bathroom, turn invisible. I could go with you and I could like message Archie like when you do that maybe. So that way he gets the knowledge, and then he can do a distraction. If that doesn't work, I can try and distract one of the guards and you can try and slip in or something like that.
Okay. Sounds like a plan to me.
You all should be able to at least get a sense of scale. I've changed the Roll20 map so you can see it. And the reason why there's like three, it's a 3-tiered ship, so there'll be different battle maps essentially for
I only see the dock.
You only see the dock. Not everything's revealed, right? The interior, but let's see if I move one of you around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could at least see.
Can't swim.
Yeah, like the outside of it, right?
I can't swim.
Yeah, feel free to move your tokens around the outside. Just try not to drop it into the inside of it. But otherwise, you can kind of move your tokens around and get a sense of scale.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh,
You went diagonal.
Goals.
I like the idea of putting it in the bag of holding, and that way, maybe not have if Samaris is sneaking somewhere, not have her with it, but someone's going to stay out in maybe like someone like you or Ishka who like really needs your weapons, who's going to be staying in the main room the whole time, could have the weapons in the bag of holding, and just as like a backup, but hopefully we won't need it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, the only weapon, Hiromi would stash her sword in there. Probably Ishka.
Who else? So who should carry it?
I would say you or, well, actually not you because you don't need weapons as much. I would say Ishka probably.
This staff of power
Mm-hmm.
without them noticing.
Yeah,
Ishka,
either
your
Ishka
weapon is
or...
very important to you, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's not
I
leaving
think
first.
Ishka should.
so
Yeah,
too.
you get to.
Yeah.
And
I'll
then
hand my
maybe.
rapier over very carefully.
Everyone, Rob's back, by the way. I think he's been trying to
Hi,
talk.
Rob.
I don't know
Sorry.
if
Wait,
everyone's been hearing
can you
him.
not hear me?
You were.
Oh yeah, no,
I turned you down. I don't know if
I'm
everyone else
caught.
did.
Causing an echo. Hold on, let me just mess with my settings.
No, we think you stepped away earlier and maybe put your headphones.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that was probably.
Oh, sorry. I think I put them around my mic, which is what I do when I'm not using it.
I
Whoops,
just remembered
force
I
habit.
turned you down.
It makes an echo, so I think a lot of us turned you down.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
But
they
yeah,
were not ignoring
equipment.
You, just were ignoring.
Well, yeah, I brought up equipment, and then we went with that conversation. Somebody heard me. Somebody heard me. So Ishka's gonna carry the bag of holding with the weapons. So maybe Hiromi sticks close to her.
Mm-hmm. We can split into like teams of 2 if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where
Yes,
do you want?
party.
Where do you
So
want me?
Hiromi and Ishka. Archie would be like a distraction, so he can be off on his own. Honestly,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
And then Samaris
Yeah, I can-
and
sorry, I'm already
Lorelai,
laughing.
Gordon and Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay. I guess I'll put my wand in the.
Sorry, I don't mean to brag,
Bag
but I could be pretty much anywhere on this ship at any point in time. If something goes
Hopefully
down,
you can swim.
Hypermobile.
I can. I have a ring of swimming.
Oh,
What kind of
I got like
questions
3 cloaks of the manta ray, so.
I forgot.
Yeah,
So,
anybody need a
if
cloak
you
of the
do-
manta ray?
If we do end up in the water, the Jewel of 3 Prayers, we could actually use the
We all have swimming
swim
speeds.
shit again.
I can wait.
You have to
I
be
can run on
within
water.
30 feet of me to gain the ability to breathe water and gain a swimming speed equal to your
I'm not
walking.
saying that we'll end up in the water. I'm just saying that, anything could happen. So.
Yeah,
It's probably gonna
to be
happen.
prepared.
Yes.
So what kind of questions and information are we trying to gain about the queen?
Yeah, we need a
Like,
checklist.
yeah, like what kind of stuff we're looking for and trying to find out. I mean, obviously, I know
Sure.
information about giants or the queen, but that's all I can think of.
Arshnag speaks up.
And the
We
goose.
found this token of the goose upon the body of the dead queen of the giants. Queen Nerith. Let me check my notes. Narai. Let's say Narai. N-E-R-I.
Can you forget your wife's name?
That's not my wife. I'm not the king.
Oh,
The king
And
is
that's a
also
good answer.
missing, so we're here to see if we can find out who killed the queen. If this golden goose had a hand involved. And if they know the whereabouts of King Hecaton.
Yeah, maybe we can, way that we can get an in, at least what I'm probably going to try is talking about the general troubles with giants. Lately, the attacks and the unrest, and oh my gosh, these giants, I wonder what's going on. See if anyone reacts, see if anyone has any information on giants in general.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the goose token.
Yeah, find out
information
about the golden goose.
Yep. What happened to the queen? Where the king is? Giant attacks.
Do you happen to have that token on hand, Harshnag?
Yes.
What if one of us flashed it?
You all were here before. You would know that these are the casino chips of the goose.
Yeah, those are just the chips.
Oh, it's like a chip. It's not like a
Chip.
badge. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind.
She doesn't have to be a
Gold for
smart
chips,
ass about
and
it.
then you gamble
How much is
with
that?
it.
How much is that one worth?
I would be a smart
be.
ass if I need to with my kings.
I didn't know if you heard that or not.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready.
Oh boy, this is gonna go so well.
Go great.
Right.
Don't forget
So
about
you
that
all are
lipstick
heading down.
or mascara. Sorry.
Also, if we can capture someone who knows lots of information,
Ooh.
that'd be great.
Oh, I could do that.
But do what? Do what? Who?
Once we figure
What?
out if we find someone that knows stuff, if we can knock them out and capture them, that'd be amazing.
Kidnap
Keep an
info.
eye out.
Kidnap.
Been brushing up on my interrogation
I like to imagine
skills.
Archie's
Aren't you
writing
taking
notes,
notes?
but it's on a piece of paper from Lorelai. No, I'm not saying that's happening.
It's one of her fancy.
It's
It's one of her fancy papers with her fancy pens. Kidnap.
I think that's taking
Intel.
play agency away from Lorelai, so that's totally your call. But that's just my.
I think
humor
that
to
shit
me.
is so
Yeah.
funny. It's got cheater
Good
dust
try.
on it still.
She locked it all away. So
Thieves tools check.
yeah, 100%.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I will also I'll be wearing the lipstick.
I don't know if it's it. Yeah, lipstick. It was
I
lipstick.
think you
last
made it mascara actually.
Yeah, I was like
The
mascara.
old
and
one.
then
Mascara.
lipstick. Let's do mascara.
So your lashes are gonna be popping
Yeah.
off.
Pop it. I'm looking fine.
How long does that last? Do you
I think you said
remember?
an hour.
Hour. Okay. And I think it's
If I
plus 2
remember
to
correctly,
charisma
yeah.
checks. Right.
And then I'm also going to spray on my perfume of bewitching.
Ooh.
Oh man.
I'm going to be the most charismatic fucker in this room. That's
Jesus.
advantage and +2 on charisma checks for the next hour.
Wait, you're gonna
Subtle manipulation.
who you're fucking? Fuck her?
Whoever it takes.
Anybody.
Whoever it
Anybody
takes.
she wants.
Whoever it takes.
we joke about that, but on Tuesday previously, Vi's character, because she
Oh yeah.
Tim played a very sexualized character and like was a warrior, I actually allowed him to have an encounter with the enemies, essentially, quote unquote, or ally
Yeah.
enemies, and glean
Both discover
information
That was
from
so
them,
useful.
literal stats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was cool.
when they say that, like, it is in the
Constitution.
wheelhouse of the Morai.
Any
so-
means
Dexterity.
necessary.
and
Well-
Lorelai's past history, not the make it
Oh,
pass or anything, but
I got Archie has speak with animals, so if there's like any rats on the ship, you can talk to them.
And Archie's in the fucking storage hold talking
Yes.
to rats.
Like, what have you seen?
Have you seen any giants lately?
Tell me your secrets.
why have you
Actually-
never you speak with animals? Well, I guess you
Shit.
did, but it was a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
when
with
the hell
the
do we
squirrel and the
ever
sword.
see an animal?
The sword.
That's true.
I
We
think-
don't see animals often.
When
Well,
do
the
it- when's the
sword,
last
it was just
animal?
talking the more boundaries
Yeah.
in like the very first session we ever did on
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Archie's always been
oh.
like Archie gets
Another-
along with animals for sure.
another thing for a distraction, I do have, just for consideration, the ever smoking bottle. So that could come in handy.
Hopefully, we don't need to bring that out.
Yeah, we'll see.
More
That'd
or
be
less,
super
Archie
funny.
Lauren. Feel free to ask questions like, "Are there any rats around?
Are there any rats on the
squirrels
ship?"
around?" You know,
Yeah.
like I'll be down for a roll for that 100%.
Cool.
Flex
Okay.
your,
It's usually we're fighting like a bunch of
manifesting.
I'm
monstrosities.
sure it'd be
No,
more
that's
useful
fair,
than it is in
but yeah,
Baldur's Gate
just like
3.
remember, you can
Yeah.
always ask that question if you remember it.
All right, cool.
Ever smoking bottle actually might come in very good handy.
Yeah, I
very
know. I
handy.
thought about it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Be awesome.
Excellent.
Well, we're prepared. So
I've
many
almost-
distractions. We'll message anyone if we need something like that. Use our best judgment. Try and get some info. Maybe kidnap.
Think me and Warden can beat something up.
Almost a la casina.
If anyone needs me to cast invisibility on them, just let me know. At some point, like if someone needs it at some point in the night.
Oh, and I forgot, Hiromi can disguise self. Well, Akumu can, so I can turn into somebody else.
I do have greater
Escape.
invisibility.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have been nice to mention earlier.
So we have lots of options for invisibility.
Lots of
Yeah,
options.
you know what? This is gonna be fun. No plans. It's gonna be
This is great.
improv. It's gonna.
This
be
is
fun.
literally how the Misfits do it. Yeah, we got a loose plan. As long as
This
it's-
is also how the chameleons ended up in a thieves guild prison. So
Yeah,
It'll be fine.
To be fair, you're doing a
Okay,
lot
great.
more planning than you guys did for that last chameleon stuff.
That's
that we
true,
did.
that's true.
The other one, you guys
that's
like.
true.
We all just walk around in separate directions around the fortified.
I
building.
go immediately to the boss's lair by myself.
So
That causes
get all
TPK.
fancy. Lorelai finds a fancy hotel for us to stay in that night. Drops a bunch of money, and we can get all dressed up in a nice suite together, and like we all look so fly in those cool outfits that we posted.
Yeah.
Dapper as fuck.
At least the clothing covers up all the grossness.
I have to take off my
Second
robe.
that.
Actually, I can wear my robe. Right?
Cool, your robe.
Why not?
My
It's
outfit
pretty
looks
nice.
better.
Just wear the robe over the outfit then.
I like flashes.
Do you have to wear it? Could you just like hold the robe and use it? Do you have to like be wearing it technically?
Technically, where?
Some invisibility on the robe.
Mm,
Unfortunately, I don't think you could cast it on objects. Unfortunately, but...
It was totally a joke.
no, I know, but still, it made me
It's
think though. My brain was like, "Wait, can you?"
Just tie it around your waist like a sweatshirt.
and it still
What's-
flashes.
What the hell
I
is a
mean,
sweatshirt?
it's like, look at my suit.
Can disguise.
Shut up.
Huge collar.
All right, so is it the
disguise the-
next?
Anyway, yeah. Sorry, it's the night we go. We get dressed up all fancy and we go.
All right, so you are going that evening. So it's like in my brain, you guys
Yep.
were scouting in the morning. So now it's that evening that you're showing up. Excellent. All right, you'll head down, looking dapper and sweet. You do see that older lady from before out on the dock with some of the guards. And so as you approach, oh, hello.
Wait, we are approaching in our groups, right?
Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Mm-hmm.
You're all just
Yeah, but like we're all split off.
Yeah, we're split, but then we
Okay.
come on together. Yeah,
Okay.
like a group of people.
So
Okay.
you're pretending you don't know each other is what you're trying to do
Yeah.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So who wants to arrive first?
Caleb.
And
Is
I think
other-
Morgan's going with him. Like,
Yeah.
Morgan's tagging along with Kalen.
Yeah.
Archie will go hang in the back. He
Oh,
brings in a
so-
couple middle-aged women sitting on the street.
Bless you.
Ooh.
yeah, feel free to
Bless
kind of move your tokens around of how you want to kind of split up.
Oh yeah, sorry, did not have this opened.
Already got you.
So we're
them together.
we're going in first, huh?
Ishka, you're with
Well,
me.
I'm just gonna set it like this
Mhm.
because this is important. Because Caleb and Warden, you come up first, and this old lady, this old human lady, you walk up. She's like, "Oh, good evening, sirs. And she pulls out this like magic gem, and then you see a whole bunch of script appear. Is your name on the list for tonight's midsummer soiree? I don't believe I recognize you.
Oh, we came here to gamble, spend some money on the tables.
Oh, my apologies. Tonight we're having a special function by the invitation of Lord Casper. If you don't have an invitation, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get on the ship. But after the little sailing's done, you come back in a couple of days. Actually, we'll be a couple of weeks out, but we'll be back.
Okay, well, do we have that coin?
I don't think we have it. No.
Schnag does. And it's just, all it is a chip. It wouldn't really do anything.
Okay. Not a problem.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we'll come back in 3 days.
Excellent.
Or
Have a nice
whenever.
evening, gentlemen. Thank you.
This went well.
All right, guys.
That's why I was like, who shows up first? It's very important. Lorelai and Ishka, you see Caleb and Warden just kind of like stiffly like walking by, trying to pretend they don't know you, I guess. As the two of
It's
you
a
maybe
problem.
walk up next.
It's invite only. Invite only.
Okay, cool. Lorelai,
Oh yeah, she's super deceptive.
wait, before I walk up, could I have eavesdropped on that conversation if we're only like 15, 20 feet back?
Roll a perception check.
Come on.
Invite only. I'm gonna say as I'm walking away.
All right, our show's done.
Could we all roll to see if we overheard that?
Okay,
I'm doing
yeah.
Ishka and Lorelai because
Wait,
they're
stop.
next in line.
Okay.
Stop it.
Ruh-roh. I see the
Literally
18 was the
is-
first roll. So what was the total?
19.
On-
I only have a +1.
Yep, 19. It is enough to overhear the conversation as you and Ishka arrive up.
Okay.
Pull up.
So
Well, good
before
evening.
but if we're as we're walking behind them, Lorelai would drop her purse and get out her emerald pen and write like a maybe 2-sentence note on a small square of her fancy parchment.
So what are you writing on this note?
I am writing an invitation from Lord Casper
Oh my god.
Okay.
to Lorelai of House Manthar and her guests.
You can roll a deception check to kind of let's hold off on the roll because I don't want you to.
Okay.
I know you're great about not meta, but we're just going to hold on to it. So you sit down and you write. What do you write upon your hastily scribbled
Alright.
invitation?
I use my emerald pen to write Miss Lorelai of House Manthar. Please come and enjoy. And what was it called? A midsummer evening?
Soiree.
The midsummer soiree. When your guests are always welcome. That's it. That's all she's got time for.
Okay.
Please come enjoy the midsummer soiree tonight. You and your guests are welcome.
Okay.
That. So she's gonna try and just do that.
Two of you come walking up. Good
And
evening,
Samaris.
ladies.
It's the two of us with Samaris.
Oh, with Samaris? Where's your token,
Yeah.
Samaris? Where did we drop you?
Under
There you
decent-
are.
Oh, sorry, I moved back. Oh no.
You didn't say
I'm
that.
swimming under the boat, cutting a hole in the ship.
Yeah.
Trees on the bottom.
I mean, 100%.
When
Three
it
daggers
sinks.
just sticking out of your teeth and you just clench.
Yep.
Good evening, ladies. Can I help
Good
you?
evening. We are here for the soiree.
Oh, yes. And your names?
I'm Lorelai of House Manthar. These are my guests.
I'm Ishka.
Samaris.
Ishka, Samaris, and Lorelai of House Manthar. Let's take a look here. She kind of has this magical gem with the script and kind of like scrolls.
Magical gem.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's like a gem that she holds out. And it's like the script's kind of going through and through and through. It's like her list of names. I apologize, ladies. I don't have a Lorelai of House Manthar upon this list. There must have been a mistake, so I apologize.
There
But
absolutely has been a mistake. I'm so sorry. We only just got. Lord Casper just wrote me today, letting me know to stop by. He didn't realize that we were in town. She's gonna hand over the note that she wrote.
all right, go ahead and roll a deception check.
Okay.
+2.
I'll allow. I don't know if I want to allow the advantage, if that's okay. Just because I was allowing you to do deception rather than like a calligraphy check. Does that make sense?
fine.
Rather than force of personality, this is more trying to sell this piece of
I'm totally just selling
hastily
them
written.
bullshit
Yeah, so
story.
if it's okay, I hope that's not too cruel, but I think it would be a normal deception roll. I will allow the +2 from the mascara as you flutter your eyes, maybe.
I do. I'd absolutely flutter my eyes.
Because the DC is
Alright.
pretty tough, because that was hastily, right?
Yeah, it was hasty. Alright.
Can I help and give advantage by like adding in like, God, he was so helpful. I can't believe we managed to get an invitation last minute.
Roll with advantage. I'll give it.
Thanks. Very kind of. Oh my god.
Oh, I hear it!
Oh, damn.
My favorite sound.
Well. You got a personal written invitation from Lord Casper himself. May I see it? And he like handed it over to her. Oh, hasty indeed. I've seen better penmanship from him in my past, but all right. I guess I can let you. All right. In this moment, we're gonna pause the scene, and I'm gonna ask an above table question. I have a twist to the encounter here. Above table, I wasn't sure exactly how I felt about it. I didn't want it to feel cheap, and also kind of like I would rather leave it in the past. But Lindsay, this is mostly direct to you. I guess also Tuesday by extension. I have it that behind you, Glinda Raventree shows up.
No.
I don't want it to feel too forced or anything like that, or it
No,
is in the
that's
past.
awesome.
Bring
Do
her
you
on
like
board.
that? Yeah.
Ship's gonna
Yes.
take you away.
Yes.
Excellent.
She walks up now. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, she's
Yes.
ugly.
That's not her.
Oh,
But she's
okay.
walking up with a gentleman. Sorry, I
Oh.
lost her token. Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
I recognize the gentleman.
Actually, I'm gonna say no check at all. I don't think you would have ever seen this person before. So to be fair, I will say Archie, Hiromi, if you want to be showing up around the same-ish time, Warden, you would. How about this before we get too much farther? Because she's walking up, right? So Warden, you see Glinda Raventree from the Sinashore Ball walking by with a man, and you've seen a Genasi before. This guy kind of reminds you of a Genasi, very handsome, but he reminds you of an Earth Genasi, but there's something about him that is not necessarily Earth Genasi, but he kind of reminds you of, of Yesville in that kind of way. But you do see them walking past. I do think that Glinda maybe will give you a second look as she goes by, but doesn't really stop or say anything. And so Hiromi, Archie, you guys are arriving up behind them as this is going on, and you see this Miss Deborah passing them through, and you see, then you hear a voice behind you turn, and you see this woman with this raven black hair, has a noble aristocratic look to her, and her arms with this guy that I described, kind of like an Earth Genasi look, like he's something very alien about him in that way, and unique features. Is that Lorelei? Sorry, everyone I've been doing in this one, she doesn't have a southern accent, so let me see if I can reel this in. Man, that's going to be very hard. I actually practiced my southern accent all day.
Mean Girls.
Is that Lorelei Manthar all the way up here in Yatar? Oh, please don't tell me that's what you've been invited and is that what you're going to wear? Really?
Wow, that's where she's going immediately. What is what she's wearing even like? Is it
Like-
even cute?
Objectively, it is a beautiful gown, and if anything, something unique about it, there's a lot. It's beautiful in its own way. It's extravagant with costume, like what we would call costume jewelry, but in her case, it's probably real jewelry. It is done up, and she has these fake antlers that have these kind of diamonds and emeralds in them coming out of her hair. She's very costume-like, and also the gentleman, you get a sense also is perhaps looking a little bit more like he's in a costume.
Lorelai just raises an unimpressed eyebrow. Dearest Galinda, I can't say it's pleasure to see you again. He's gonna kind of just like look her up and down a little bit judgmentally. Can't say that all of us would be able to pull off quite so ostentatious a look as you're going for tonight, but good on you for trying.
Isn't that cute? You must have
Lorelai
not
just
gotten a
keeps walking.
proper invitation if you did not dress up appropriately for the midsummer soiree. Miss Deborah, are you sure? Sorry, I keep doing this. Are you sure, Deborah, that they are on the invitation list? I know Lord Casper, and he and I are close friends. I doubt he would have invited Lorelai of House Manthar.
Unfortunately, Galinda, that's not really up to you, is it? And we didn't have time to stop by and plan our costumes perfectly. As you know, myself and my compatriots are in very, very high demand. We have a very busy schedule, and unfortunately, we just don't have the time to come up with elaborate costumes for every single event that we go to.
I would like you to roll.
Our best from our trunks will have to do.
I would like you to roll persuasion or deception at advantage.
She said you have no life.
You're gonna do a contested roll against Galinda towards Deborah in this moment.
What is with my rolling is so annoying.
Oh.
I can't.
What is going on?
Literally have to. I'll roll and then I have to close out.
You
of
rolled
that tab
pretty good
because
on
it
the
won't stop
second one.
rolling, even if I hit it once.
Jeez.
Is that 13 plus 13? Or is it 13 plus 15 with the plus 2?
15.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Nice.
28.
Dang.
Oh!
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow.
Lady Raventree, thank you very much for your concern, but I checked the invitation. As far as I can tell, Lord Casper wrote them in as a last moment. I assume, is that House Manthar from Waterdeep?
Yes, of course.
We'd be happy to have you here for tonight's soiree. A house of such standing here in Waterdeep. That's, I can see why Lord Casper would have written to you. So I don't think there's any mistakes, Lady Raventree, but if you need to, you can bring that up with Lord Casper if he has the time for you tonight.
If he has the time for you tonight. I'll just like lay a hand on her forearm, say, "Thank you very much. I appreciate it."
Oh, one last question for you all. Are you going to be Seelie or unseelie for tonight?
Oh,
Okay, Lindsay doesn't know. I know that the Sealy. I don't know a whole lot about the.
I know what that is.
I know
Roll a
that
history check, Laura.
I know it. Yeah.
roll a
I've
history.
met it. I know what it is, but
yeah.
Okay, I know
No,
one of them
so
is
roll
lies.
history.
What is
Yeah.
happening with this fucking
Nope.
casino tonight?
I wonder if like half of us should go with Sealy and the other half unsealy.
Well,
If it has
we're
something.
sneaking in.
Above table, what does that even mean?
Well, let me wait for Lorelai's roll because I don't want to. Let's just see what Lorelai rolls for history check.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna roll it from my phone because I'm having so much trouble.
No worries.
Okay, that's a 17.
17. So Seelie Unseelie is a reference to the Fae.
Fake quartz, yeah.
And the Fae, like in D&D, they call it the Fae Wild. But there are two courts. The Seelie and the unseelie. The Seelie, I believe, is the Summer Court. I'll double check this. And then the Unseelie is the Gloaming Court, I believe it's called. History, there are two opposing courts, and they kind of rule the Feywild in a sense, though it's a great giant world in its own right. So that's just very very basic. So for some reason, she has asked if they are either the Seelie Summer Court or the Unseelie Gloaming Court. It's a very kind of strange question to ask out of the blue to somebody. I will mention that she has called it on the nose the Midsummer Strawberry. Famously in A Midsummer Night's.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Midsummer.
It was funny earlier, Rob, when you're like, what time of year is it? I'm like, well, it's technically Midsummer.
Oh, that's why you're like, oh.
Yeah, so I was like, I haven't really thought about the seasons.
I was like,
all
why is that
until,
funny?
Like, I was writing
Why
this.
is-
I was like, I decided what time of year it is just today.
What if like half of us
Perfect.
go to Seelie, the other half goes Unseelie?
I mean, I guess
I'm wondering.
She'll say this just to add a little more flavor to everything. You do appear to be dressed as the Unseelie, but I won't hold it against
darker.
you, whichever your choice.
we are.
Oh,
all-
you notice.
Oh, did
Oh,
you
good
get
job,
invitation?
Samaras.
I mean, no, don't take this the wrong way, miss, but usually there's a bit more decoration to that, but you got the
As I said-
tones and colors right. There's emerald green on you, Lady Lorelai. I think you did an emerald green, I think.
Did.
Is quite... Actually, I should know that because of your dice. She's like, I think would complement the Unseelie, the Gloaming Court quite well tonight.
Thank you so much for noticing. Even though, like as I said, even though we didn't have much time, we tried our best to fit in. We are indeed going with the Unseelie.
Excellent.
Someone likes our outfits, and she gives a look back to that lady's name.
Glinda.
Galinda.
Above table. I mean, maybe you guys can talk that out RP. Maybe you can I'll let you guys discuss that in your character. I don't want to spoil too much more about that because that'd be fun exploration for you all if you want it. Excellent. So Ishka, Lorelai, and Samaris are let on to the ship.
Man.
Okay.
Archie, Hiromi are here. Glinda and her person are waiting impatiently behind you. Caleb and Warden, I like to imagine you guys have stopped and are watching, maybe peeking behind some piers on the dock or whatever it is you're doing, right? So,
Well, I have a plan.
Yeah,
I think Archie would be separate from Hiromi. Sorry, I just wanted to.
oh, no, that's
state
fine.
that.
So Hiromi's just walking up on her own then.
Yep.
All right, so we'll freeze frame there. Let's hear what Caleb and Warden have to say and see if it plays into like how quick that interaction just was. We'll determine the timeline.
So, Keelan's going to see if all these guards, everyone looking this way.
Oh yeah, I mean
They
they're having
looking
a
this
cat
way?
fight right now. They were having a cat fight with Glinda.
Well, yeah, There's so some of them are definitely keeping an eye on the quote unquote front door as bouncers. But to be fair, you would see them, but you do see some up on the deck moving around. Like there's a couple up on the deck.
I don't
Are
know
they
if that's a
looking
good
down?
idea.
Oh,
What
trust me
is-
on this one.
Let me ask you, what are you trying to? What's your thought here, Charlie?
I think as soon as they open the door, because I kind of
Mhm.
wanted to look inside too, and I need some space. But I would
So
grab
I'll use one of them as a
Warden's arm.
token, just so you can see, right? So there's like a little edge. Look at Amber as she kind of goes around. She might be peeking inside, but there is like, I don't know what to call it, an edge, right? There's a platform going around. So here where
Yes.
Amber is, you see the proper door that seems to go inside, and you hear like music and laughter and talking and clinking of glass coming from inside that space.
Okay.
And there would be like a guard here. Let me just go ahead and put one there as a token for your own reference. So that's it. He's just kind of walking back and forth, peering around. So
Can I see that too?
you see him.
hmm
Yeah, I'll leave Amber there because I'm sure
Okay.
some vision.
So if everyone's looking this way and they're going into the door, I would assume they're going to go right in the door.
Yeah, so you're using Lorelei. You see Lorelei would be... Oop, I'm just using the token to show her pathing. You'd see her kind of path like this. So, but also, I don't know what Lorelei's doing. She might be stopping to see Hiromi and how things play out, right? So there's a lot of meta knowledge here. But that's hypothetically, that's the direction they would go. Is like this to here, right?
I would try to see if any guards are looking towards me at the door or anything. And then I would just grab Warden and Dimension Door.
Okay.
Okay, before anything, I'm going
Too
to
late.
cast guidance on Caleb. I'm gonna.
Well, that's the thing. It sounds like
I'll let
Caleb
him
is not.
finish.
Well, this is the thing, though. Let's be fair here, Caleb. It sounds like you're looking and instinctively going to Dimension Door. You're not sitting there like, "Hey, Warden, can you give me guidance because I'm about to Dimension Door?" Sounds like you're doing this very quickly, or I'll give it to you. It's what you want Caleb out of the scene, because it sounded like to me you wanted to be kind of like, Warden, grab him and go. But if you want to say that you stopped and talked and told him your plan and then he guidance you could.
Yeah, because I told him, trust me on this. And then he can use that phrase as I'm watching, because that's the moment where I'm trying to time it right. So,
Warden, roll a
that
dexterity
knowledge
check.
Dexterity check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not a huge hard DC.
Oh, not 20. Look at that.
Excellent. So you
What does that even-
huge hard
I did it so well.
You begin to see, feel the key and the magic starting to form around Caleb as he begins to cast a spell, and you cast guidance on him. Caleb, I need you to roll a sleight of hand check.
Yes, I'm glad. Okay, good.
not the best.
All right, you got a D4.
Sleight of hand. That's it.
What's a D4? That's not bad at all.
Pretty
Roll
good.
there,
actually.
everyone.
Come on, 4. Yeah,
Ooh,
nice.
I'm going to give you two options here. There was the door here next to a guard and a little bit more visible, or there was an upper deck, if you look to the right, with like another little... Actually, I think... Actually, let me interpret this from my... No, I think this is like an upper deck, like platform walkway. Would you prefer to kind of go up there and like teleport where there's no one around?
Yeah, and just kind of walk in there.
Yeah.
So you
I
guys
was
would be
either
like
thinking that.
zoop, zoop, like this.
So, here's an important question. Did we overhear all that unseelie stuff?
I do not think so. You two had to kind of walked away or hiding and making a plan, unfortunately.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, at least,
Well,
at least
I'll
you
say this.
constantly-
Roll a perception check. It is a high DC because Glinda was
Okay.
making a scene, right? So
Yeah. Okay, perception. Would this be an advantage? Because I got advantage on hearing, but I feel
hearing,
like I...
yes. Yeah, if it's, yeah. Still high DC,
Okay.
but that's the only thing.
Yeah,
It's high
I
DC.
just didn't know if it maybe would be disadvantage because it was so weird. I rolled bad. I'm like 19. I rolled really bad.
Give yourself guidance.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the mascara was a difference maker in the
4.
Glinda
Yes,
interaction.
it made the difference.
Yeah.
That +2 made the difference.
Excellent.
23.
If without guidance, you would have not have gotten it. Yes, you would have heard about the Seelie unseelie distinctions.
Oh yeah, I'll convey that to Caleb when we get up deck.
All right.
Whatever time we take
Excellent.
up there.
So unfreezing frame, you
Nice.
guys are there. Hiromi, you're walking up.
Lorelai, just so is making her way towards the front door, and like she's walking slowly, chatting with Ishka, and Samara's like looking around. Oh, look at that beautiful window, blah blah blah. So she's like dawdling but moving.
Excellent. Actually, I'm going to say this. Lorelai, roll an insight check before this interaction goes down, because I think this might be a fair roll for you.
19.
19. I'm going to give you this information. Lorelai knows that Glinda Raventree knows who Hiromi is, and knows that Hiromi is associated with you. I'm gonna give you that information.
Yeah, she does know that. She does indeed know that.
Because Hiromi famously did a duel in the middle of a ball, a samurai duel in the middle of a ball, in the middle of Waterdeep of all the nobles.
Oh fuck.
I'm giving this to you to react because I know it's an important.
Yeah, so I mean, I would,
here.
as soon as I get past the guards, then and like that hits me, I would cast message back to like as I'm like literally right past the guards, so like their backs are to me.
And you just go ahead and roll sleight of hand, though. Just
Yeah,
I'm going to be very clear. Like, you never know who might be looking. Eyes are scanning. Yep.
But yeah, she'd cast message and be like, "Linda knows your face. She knows you know me. I'm up with something."
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, sleight of hand.
And you would also, just by extension, Hiromi, you also hear this and be like,
6.
I'm fine with you guys both making that connection for sure.
I'm trying to think if like Hiromi actually like engaged with her because I was like, was she busy like fighting?
Famously, when we did a cliffhanger with the I can't remember his name now. I think it was Daigo Katai, looking down at you.
Oh, that's right. And she was like clinging on his arm
and was like talking to him and seeing the interaction. And she made this big thing about having been to Kazakura as a traveling because of her family and stuff. So she was in the thick of it at the beginning.
On top of all that, we all got announced together at the start of that ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I help you, miss? What's your name?
Hiromi does a little slight bow. My name is Hiromi. I was hired as a bodyguard, but I forgot my invitation.
You were hired as a bodyguard. By who, miss?
Did she overhear the Lord Casper?
I think Lord Casper, especially after the interactions just now with Glinda, you just heard Lord Casper, yes.
Okay. By Lord Casper.
I need you to roll a deception check, miss.
Oh dear.
Oof. Oh, I rolled it. Ooh, God. 13.
13. I'm going to be generous here and say roll one more time for an advantage, and I'll tell you why after the interaction.
Okay. Oh God!
Oh dear.
I'm sorry. Did you introduce yourself as Hiromi?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I will say I do have a.
Oh, go ahead. What are you about to say?
Sorry, I do have a backup plan that Archie would have initiated, like while Hiromi's talking.
I do.
You yell. Sorry, just so you know, Caleb Morden. Like, I'm not sure exactly where the timeline is. I don't know if you guys. Maybe, let's just say you're up there. I guess you would have done it quickly, maybe, Caleb. Hiromi, Deborah, Lady Deborah. I apologize, but Hiromi of Kazakura, I would remember if we had hired you in as a guard, and Lord Casper would let me know. Your reputation precedes you. I've heard all about your performance out there at the Sinister Ball back in Waterdeep. I heard it was quite the performance.
Oh, yes. As Lorelei said, it was last minute, and I am quite clumsy, and I forgot my invitation. But if you are all tight on... Oh. Go ahead.
Do know each other, but you should know that Hiromi is a bit of a brute. Her kind should not be allowed on such an elegant ship. She got blood everywhere at the Sinister Ball. You should know this. I thought it was a performance, dear. Are you saying that you killed my man truly at the Sinister Ball? Feel free to continue what you were saying before. I'm sorry, I was half listening as I was bringing Galinda in.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, Hiromi would have turned towards Galinda and I am sorry. Do I know you?
Oh,
Relevant.
we know each other. Sorry, I gotta shake the southern. We know each other.
I'm gonna make you keep doing this other.
Well, once I get it, I'm a southern boy, so if I start doing it,
Yeah, it's
it's
hard to
hard
get
for
out
me
of.
to
I'm the
drop
same
it
way.
back out of it.
True.
I'm trying to get my airy British lady voice, and it's elegant lady voice out. Oh, I remember you. You brutally murdered a man in the middle of the Waterdeep Ball. Got blood on everything. It was quite the scandal, Deborah. The time is going here, so if people want to say ideas, do anything,
I will say that Archie, I did have a plan for Archie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Archie would definitely be here ready to go.
Archie is gonna try to pickpocket. So when Galinda and her little boy toy go in front of him, he's gonna search them for their invitations.
But it's a list. It's a magical gem list.
Invitation.
Right. Oh. So people don't have invitations?
People don't have invitations.
Okay, never mind.
To be fair, I probably said, do you have an invitation at some point?
Okay, yeah, that's what I got.
But she's also checking a list on her
magical tablet.
What the heck is what is the bouncer list? Is it
Samaris have paused in front of the door waiting for people to come in, and with her eagle eyes be looking for uncrossed names on the list.
Oh.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, clever.
You have eagle eyes?
No, not actually eagle eyes.
Or just saying your high perception. Because there are items, right?
But it's 22 with reliable talent.
With reliable talent, 22 is not enough.
No, I don't actually have the eagle eyes.
No, it's okay. The check was still allowed. I just wanted to check to see if you had a special thing like that, because I would have changed the DC. But unfortunately, 22. Yeah, 22 is not enough. Especially since she scrolls through it.
Can Samaris then seeing that?
Oh, sorry. Real quick though, Archie, I will say, because in my mind there was an invitation. But she's also, one way for checking is also for names. To be fair, she should have been asking for more invitations for people passing by. So I do feel like if you wanted to do a pat down on Glinda or her partner as they go through, you could certainly try.
So, I think since they kind of passed him, right? I imagine they just kind of shoved past him so she can, get her whatever licks in with Hiromi.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try to pocket. He's gonna try to search both of them, to be honest.
Okay. We'll start with Galinda, though. Okay, so go ahead and roll this is a sleight of hand, just so you know.
Is there... I have an idea here. Am I within 30 feet of these two?
Technically, yes. But this is all happening instantaneously, so
I don't think he'd be able to pick that up. What I want to do is try to give Archie advantage by using thaumaturgy to do tremors under them.
Unfortunately, I don't think so. I think this is because I like how Lauren was framing it too. It was Galinda being abruptly brushing shoulders and using this opportunity to Archie instinctively.
That's what I was
his plan was to pickpocket both of them to begin with, but he was going to stumble into them. So he saw an opportunity when they shoved past him to do that.
I was more imagining like a classic villain creep up and go to the pockets.
17.
You find a nice you find a napkin in Galinda's clutch as you kind of bounce back off of her. I say napkin because it's a heavy piece of vellum paper that immediately has cheese puffs on it as you handle it. And it's this beautiful invitation with magical ink in it that shimmers and moves and dances.
Oh, okay. He would attempt to pickpocket her date as well.
Yeah, go ahead, roll another slide.
Is it very... yeah, okay. Let's do that. Oops. Hold on. I almost rolled the wrong thing. Oh, God. I'll use my inspiration.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
Man, there's a lot of rolls.
We're rolling.
Okay, there we go. That's better. 25.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So, Galinda, really brushes into you very heavy. You go into him, and then you kind of turn and stumble into this guy. And when you hit him, he does feel heavy, right? Again, I keep kind of... He's not exactly an Earth Genasi, but it's very similar. And you kind of bump into him, you feel it's very solid. And you're like, your hand's in his pocket, and you're like, you feel something start to go out. You see him look you right in the eyes, and then smile and wink.
The 25?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Fuck.
And he doesn't say anything.
All right. Noted.
Weird
I think
vibe.
during that
Object
whole
that he allowed you to take out is a strange little trinket. And it kind of is buzzing in your hand. And on it is it's a little pendant of a satyr with a little flute and everything.
Okay, strange token satyr pendant. Okay.
Even a bond.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, Archie, so since he nicked the invitation while Hiromi's, going through her Mean Girls interaction, whatever, Archie's going to shove past Galinda and her date and go, Hiromi! Hiromi! He seems out of breath. You drop these, you silly goose! And he's going to hold up the invitation.
Do you want to accidentally, quote unquote, knock Galinda into the water?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
It's a crowded dock, so if you're shoving, I'm just like, not the pushing that narrative, but I
we're not it's a shove. It's not like a full bitch get in the water. It's like, hey, if you can't keep your balance, you might go in the water. He's gonna do the same shit that she did to him.
yeah,
Is that a
roll a
DM
strength
deck save?
check. It's just roll a strength check.
Oh, 16.
16. Ooh!
Aw.
She stumbles and seems to be like she might fall for a second, but she kind of rights herself up. And you get up to Hiromi. I apologize, young man. You have an invitation for Miss Hiromi of Kuzakura.
Yeah, man. She this one. She just takes off. I had to catch up to her, but she dropped this. Sorry, I'm late. Here's the invitation.
I need you to roll a deception check. Is this a very high DC just because Hiromi's story is changing so much, unfortunately?
Well, Hiromi did say that she did lose her invitation.
She forgot her invitation.
Oh,
She
fair. No, you did say that.
Yeah,
For that
she said that she got hired.
Fixated on the bodyguard, but there would have been an quote
Oh,
unquote
okay.
invitation.
Yeah. She's like, I got hired as a bodyguard.
Right. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
So it's still deception check, but not as high as a DC. Much more manageable.
Fuck. Okay. Pray to
DC
whatever
is
gods
10.
there are.
So I'm just gonna. It's low. It's DC 10.
Energy. Oh.
Wow.
I'm sweating. Oh god. Damn. Do you know how hard it is to have a non-charismatic character?
Yes.
That talks shit to
Yes, I do.
everyone and lies.
Oh,
all the
that talks
time,
shit to everybody, bro. It's so stressful. Great.
Oh, and you all, sir?
Hiromi's date, of course.
Oh.
He kind of puffs up his chest a little bit.
I'm glad you cared here with the invitation. I apologize, Lady Hiromi, for any miscommunication. I'm glad you have your invitation. Are we going to be doing a performance tonight? Whatever Miss Lady Raventree says, I heard that you put on quite the performance. If that's a surprise between you and Lord Casper, I don't want to... That would be such a climax to the festivities.
It is, Miss Deborah, but I'm sure you will be surprised.
Very well. Enjoy the midsummer soiree. Will you be unseelie or seelie for tonight?
Archie pipes up. Can't you tell? Definitely unseelie.
Excellent. Above table, I didn't write down what the choices for Lorelei, Ishka, and Samaris was. Are you guys keeping track for yourselves?
I think we're also on Celia.
You're on Sealy.
Yeah,
Um,
because
excellent.
all of our outfits are like dark. Like we all picked like
Yeah.
dark
Yeah.
green. Hiromi's is dark black and red. Archie's is black and green.
Sorry, my brain. I've got DM brain right now, and the whole like I just read what Rob said, and then my brain malfunctioned.
Oh,
so I'm just
sorry.
Go ahead and write it down. No, it's okay. That's not a complaint. I'm just showing like I'm sorry that I'm asking the question again. Let me go ahead and write it down because I think my brain's gonna keep it's gonna be very loose out of there. Okay, Lorelei, Ishka. What did you guys choose? The Unseelie because of the
Unseelie. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Emo. Yeah.
Unsealed.
And then what did
If
you
it's-
say, Archie, for you and Hiromi?
Unseelie.
Unseelie.
Everyone's
Yep.
on Sealy so far.
I think we're all going to be in Sealy.
Well, I don't know.
It goes with the
What do you
flow.
want to be, Caleb? I mean, we're both.
I don't think we were there to hear.
No, we were. I rolled. Yeah. No, we were. I heard it.
Yeah, Warden rolled enough on his passive perception to hear it, or perception to hear it.
Oh yeah, we're
You
On Sealy.
dark. Let's go.
Yeah,
you
I don't-
hear
on Sealy.
you hear Hiromi kind of like looking at Archie questioningly with the invitation. He's like, "Not now, keep going. Walk
Hiromi,
faster."
I am confused. Where's Thorpe?
Oh.
Oh.
He's like whisper. He's like just kind of saying it to you as you guys pass by.
Oh.
And then you guys hear Galinda going up. I won't RP all of this out, but it's like, oh, Lady Raventree, blah, 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 blah. And then there is this moment of like, I just had my invitation, just one moment. And there is a bit of a hubbub going on and through this of like, where's our invitations? And then like Galinda begins to panic a little bit for those who are listening and watching. And there's a little of like, they was like, I've got your name here, Lady Raventree, but invitation, and et cetera, et cetera. And then the gentleman, he just kind of, I have an invitation right here, Lady Deborah. And he kind of pulls one out. Oh, thank you all. And your name, sir? Dom. Lord Dom is my name.
Lord Dom.
And would the two of you be choosing Unseelie or Sealy tonight? And he does a little wry smile. Sealy. Thank you very much. Very well. Enjoy. Obviously, the rest of you guys could have moved in and farther in on the ship. Okay. I say we freeze frame there. As you have gone through it, Galinda's coming in behind you. People are on the ship in various capacities. Let's do a 10-minute. Sound good? And then let's do that 30.
Yeah, I'm gonna
cannot
pee my
believe
pants.
we all got on there.
I can't believe that actually worked. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Those rules.
Love it.
I'm just hoping that there's not a problem with Warden and Caleb where like they're not documented down as Unsealy or Sealy.
I mean, it's not like they were written down either. You know, like.
Right. I'm going to let you gleam in on something. I was going to really piss off Tuesday with her before, like, all our plans changed so much. I had it in the back of my mind that after you humiliated her at the signature ball, that she was going to find out about your guys' little dragon expert friend and do some shit to him and get him in trouble and stuff. Yeah, I was like, if you guys ever went back to the Storm King's Thunder track, it was going to open up if you like hearing that he was fucked with by Galinda, like maybe because I think you remember he had like a somebody in the party had found out that he had like a baby dragon on his property. Yeah, so the idea was she was going to find information about you all, track down this guy, and then like turn him over to the authorities just to spite you all. And I was like, that would have truly, like, she would have been, oh man, I don't know what you guys would have done to her. It's a war. Yeah. Yep. Excuse me. Mhm. That's still one of my favorite. I was gonna say one of my favorite scenes still is the cliffhanger with the samurai holding out the dagger, the daigakai or whatever, and like challenge you to an honorable duel. I'm like, that was fucking sick. I'm pretty sure it was a cliffhanger. Yeah, and we came back to the duel, and the first time I ever did narrative duels. Excellent. Is everyone back? Is Samaris here? Is Lornishka here? Excellent. Let me do my OBS stuff. Unmuted. Okay. So we are back into it. You are allowed to put your tokens kind of where you are. I'm freezing the frame here though if you want the scene for any last details of I guess is what your next steps are. I'm assuming most of you guys who went in normally are just gonna join the crowd and start feeling out what's going on. So I guess more importantly, I'm curious what Caleb and Warden's next step is going to be too.
Okay.
Yeah, have fun taking care of the wizard.
So, we're in kind of a bad spot here. We need to see what's going on. And so, are we, what I'm kind of imagining here is we're on the upper deck and it's like an outside deck and then there's like, is this just
real
a
quick,
solid...
Sorry, Rob, real quick, because my brain, again, sorry, DM brain, there's so much going on.
Uh-huh.
Who, like, no one brought weapons, right? Because I didn't really...
in the bag of holding.
Everything's
Ishka has the bag of holding. Yeah, except my staff.
You have your staff. In those Samaris, you have... I'm totally fine with the glamour effect, right? She wasn't the one patted you down, right, when you went through. They were just more doing a visual check. So I think that's fine. Anybody have any questions about weapons or armors? Because just keep in mind for like your stats or AC and stuff, for now until you put them on, you do not have visible weapons or armor, no shields, no armor equipped, so your ACs will drop a little bit. So just keep that in mind.
I still have my focus, my arcane focus?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I will. Sometimes I am very...
it's very surreptitious.
I'm usually like, this is a world where they check for that, but in this case, they did not check for magic focuses and stuff.
Or the braces of defense and Dragonhide belt, okay?
I think the braces of defense would not be good because they would look very armor-esque, so I don't think those would go on. The Dragonhide belt, I think you could make it as a fashion statement, so I think I'm fine with that one.
Can I equip something else in the stead of the Dragonhide belt, or is that just a lost attunement slot?
You mean the bracers? Because the bracers were.
The bracers.
Yeah,
sorry.
so that's a good question. If anybody's unequipping unattuned stuff, I do think you would have prepared accordingly. So I'm going to pause now for you guys to think real quick about that.
Okay.
But then once we go forward, there's no takesy backsies. So I'm just going to let you guys think about that for just a couple minutes.
What do I have? I guess I'll do that. We'll just call it that.
Wait, think about what in particular?
Like in Warden's case, he took his bracers off, which I'm assuming are attunement.
Because they're kind of
he's like, okay, maybe I can attune something else in that spot since I had to unequip it.
What about my armor? So I will do that.
Yeah, armor.
What about the Javelin of Lightning? Because it's kind of just like a...
Definitely would be a weapon.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure because it's like a handle until you speak the name, and then it becomes a big javelin. But that's okay. Yeah,
that's fair. I'm still going to call that one an item.
That's fair. I'm sure these people are used to that.
So I would have unattuned to my the blade, and reattuned to.
Or keep in mind, so you can keep your attunements, right, and still keep your stuff in the bag of holding and emergency burst it out. Like I'm fine with that. Just keep that in mind. So it's wherever you want to do strategically. So just keep Go ahead and continue though. If you want to unattune from the blade and do something different, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, the blade and the mask, because she's not wearing a mask to the party, and would have instead attuned to the Ring of Protection, so she has a little bit better AC, and the Medallion of Detect Thoughts that she hasn't used in a long time, but could definitely be helpful tonight.
Yeah, let me go ahead and say that too. It's been a while since I've dealt with this kind of flow of things. Grabbing weapons out, easy peasy. Grabbing armor and putting on, there are rules for that. Just know in the middle of a combat, you're not getting armor on in an action, right? There's usually a minutes for you to put stuff on. There's actually certain armors that it's like, you can put this armor as an action. Like there's magical armor like that. So just keep that in mind. Weapons, easy to pull out, equip, good to go. Armor's going to be the real sticky point for most of it, in my opinion.
What if it's a robe?
Robe, I think is fine. It would still cost an action to properly get it on, though. Yeah, that's a good question. I think robe's fine because that armor is usually where it's very sticky.
Right. And what about my wand? Is that considered a weapon, or?
I do think a wand would be considered a weapon. They would be keeping an eye out for stuff like that. So it's up to you what you want to do with the wand.
I mean, I guess we did teleport up here, though.
Right.
We weren't planning on it.
Yeah,
we weren't planning on it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, so the wand would be in the bag.
Okay.
And my robes would be in the bag because I don't want it to clash with my attire that I'm wearing.
Okay.
I'm not going to wear it around me.
First things first.
Flashes.
Objective 1, locate Ishka. That's pretty much it. We go off that. Let's go.
I don't know what was funny.
I can put invisibility.
And you should put invisibility on you. I'm pretty sneaky.
I'm pretty sneaky.
Are you? I actually don't know.
No.
No.
Pretty loud.
Is Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb's already sneaky.
Can I remind them of something mechanical?
I think so. Yeah.
What's up?
It's not meta because you mentioned it earlier, but remember, if you want to try and make stealth checks in a crowded, open space, you guys need to be invisible to even be able to make the check.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm more worried about guards up on this deck. If maybe we don't see them yet.
Well, you look on one side and I'll look on the other. Just kind of peek around the corner.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of situational in here. Just using an example, because, you guys are about to start doing it. Warden up here, no guards, right? So no stealth check to move quietly past windows and stuff, 100%. Yeah, but if there's a guard right there, then it would be totally different.
Yeah. I think...
When in doubt, you could just say you're Lord Calem's bodyguard.
Yeah, there you go.
That's fair. So, what do you want to do?
Yeah, if we get caught,
we just need to get to a floor and blend in. I think we're standing out now.
The two of you, while you're up there, you hear from down below. Actually, let me go and clean up tokens here. Galinda and her partners and Samaris, you can put wherever you want, but you hear Deborah down below. I do believe that's everyone on the list, so if we can get the ship last call and get ready to set sail down the river. So the ship shortly will be pushing off from the dock to go on a... And above table, we all heard at a certain point, multiple days down the river.
Oh. Days?
When she turned Calum and Warden away, she's like, come
She
back
said-
in a couple days.
Oh,
Trevor.
yeah.
I
Just
didn't pack for days.
stay here for now. I'm gonna try to see if I can find an entrance,
Yeah, okay.
and I'm going to cast guidance on myself and sort of sneak along here and look for an entrance.
Let me look at something.
Caleb follows you.
Good stay.
It's stay in the
Welcome
band.
to the Misfits. Welcome to the...
Hey, you know what? For all we know, you guys will like stumble into a window and it's like the secret study or some shit.
Yeah.
You can search
Yeah.
it. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
Let's look at the maps too. It's going to be hard with the dynamic lighting. Eventually, I probably will end up revealing stuff for simplicity, but you'll see the doors kind of a silver... Oh, you can't even see it, can you?
No, it's just kind of
Here,
Okay.
let me do something real quick. It'll be meta knowledge, but that's going to be very obnoxious. I don't think the dynamic lighting is going to work.
yeah.
Everything on this level, I think, is easy peasy. Let me do this one here. I'm just moving some tokens to like GM layer, and I'm just going to reveal everything. So I think that's going to make things a lot easier. I don't think there's... Because, surprise, surprise, like the main deck, you're going to see a lot of tokens because there's a lot of people mingling.
Mhm.
I think I've hidden everything I need to. That's like important.
There's a Leviathan.
Xanthar is inside.
Let's go to sea world. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I mean, I guess
God!
we could technically be friendly, at least in the short term.
Your allies, yeah. Okay.
Oh, the rooms. Oh no, that's okay.
Yeah,
this
so
is
you'll
awesome.
Silver,
This is incredible.
yeah, silver are doors, and then the not silver are windows, and they're basic, like they're very. It's a very beautiful boat, the Grand Dame. So like there would be they're ornate windows, but they're not like too fancy.
Yeah.
For experienced sneakers, you'd definitely be like, yeah, I can get through that window. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna go by, and if there's people inside, I'll do like a little tiny eye peek around the corner and then go under the window.
Oh my goodness! I
Under.
have to. Please be a gif of this. Yes, my favorite. One of my favorite scenes, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He like pauses the theme music.
legitimately top 5 scenes of anything ever. I love Emperor's New Groove.
I love
That
it so funny.
Yep,
I need
that
to
was one of
watch
my
that,
favorite
actually.
movies.
I'm just gonna move along.
I love that they
Um,
just stare at him like, what the fuck?
Roll a stealth check.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, just kind of stepping along. Do I get guidance with this then?
It's your choice to use it. You have 1 minute. To be fair, though, you're creeping.
Yeah.
Right? So that minute's going to go up very quickly. Like,
Yeah,
if anything,
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say use it because you're probably going to use it for that minute's going to be here if you're moving quietly.
Okay. Stealth. 19 plus a D4.
Nice.
Nice.
There
23.
you go.
Your passive perception does pick up voices as you go by this room.
Okay. Just
There's
gonna,
kind of
like,
you hear muffling and mumbling, like you hear voices.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to stop and try and like hear more.
Oh. Yeah, I do want to do that.
Roll a perception check.
Is this with advantage because it's hearing?
I
Or would this
think
be
it's going to be
flat?
well, it'll be
Flat.
advantage. It is through. It's like through a closed window. It's like it's like a DM thing. I'm like, is that disadvantage or does a higher DC? Because if you have advantage on it, just
So
do advantage on it.
advantage.
Yeah, do
Okay.
advantage. Just a higher DC.
Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
7.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You hear a voice in there. Another southern drawl, but this one very masculine. You hear, Oh, preparations finished. Do we think we can get this boat on the road? If you don't mind me just saying so. Yeah. Yes, I think everything's ready, Lord Casper. If we can head downstairs and get the soiree going, we'll be ready for your speech here in about 5 minutes, sir. That sounds just fine. I'll get my preparations here and get my costume just all finished up. But I'll be down there in 5 minutes to kick off the soiree. Thank you very much, Jenkins. You hear steps, then you hear a door open.
Good to know.
And close.
Have I heard of Lord Casper, by the way?
Go and roll a history check. Because above table, he is a part of the module for this. So I don't know if you'd interacted with him at all in your previous stint at the Golden Goose too.
Is he doing this?
Let me. So I call him Lord Casper, but this is his full name. So maybe the spelling also might, because he's Lord Casper Dryland.
Yes, but Drylin.
It's a +3. So the first one was 17.
Caspier.
Nate above table thinking about steamboats. He was like, I'm for sure doing some southern gentry shit here. And I saw
Oh, yeah.
Caspier. I'm like, his name's not Lord Casper. And you rolled a 17 on your history check. I think you might have heard of Lord Casper because he is a noble of Yatar, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe he's actually a baron. And so I do think he's high enough of a rank and nobility for Lorelei of House Manthar to have heard of him as a reputation. With a 17, I do think there's enough information for you to know that he has aspirations, and that is to be the water baron, like the in this case the leader, the head honcho of Yatar, the open lord, as it were.
See, that's very good information for me to know.
Glad I stopped to listen.
You do hear one more thing, Warden. Who's being a good girl there, Jelly? Here you go. You want a little bit of snack before I head downstairs? Now you be good. We'll be back. You don't hear anything else?
Jelly.
So he leaves.
Yep. And then you hear another door open and close.
And I try to look at what Jelly is.
All right. You'll have to open the window a little bit and peek in.
Velociraptor.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's
Going into this, I'm like, they could just sweep the bastard right over this, drop a whole bunch of velociraptors, and call it a day.
I'm gonna keep creeping along here.
You don't peek. Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Especially when you
It's
got a
fucking
crack
magically. Yeah.
Caleb solid.
Go ahead and roll a perception check when you get to this door here.
Perception check. Okay. 24.
24. Lord Casper, good to see you, sir. We're about to set sail. Do we have your permission? Just a second here, Captain Storm. Let me do my proper introduction down below, and we'll kick off the festivities. You think we're going to have some smooth sailings for the next few days down the river? Yes, I do believe we will. What should be the go for that? Oh, you'll hear me do a big shout and a big cheer. In that case, kick us off, and then we'll get flowing. Very good. All right, boys, get out there on the decks. Keep a watch out. Look out for any swimmers. Keep a shout out for any logs. Now get to your patrols. You hear steps coming towards that door.
Oh, shit.
Run!
I'm gonna. Oh, shit. How much time do I have to react here?
Do you hear steps coming to that door?
Do I see
Okay.
him kind of going a little frantic?
I like to imagine you're just sitting there watching him doing his crunk impression down there, peeking and listening, and you see him there, you see him freeze for a second, and you see him tense up.
I think I'm going to vortex warp him. back to where I'm at.
What is that? What is that?
Ready
Oh,
to get
he-
warped.
All
He's
right,
throwing
go
a
and roll
dart at you.
10d6 psychic damage because that's a part of it. So, Rob, are you okay with that? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What? What level spell is this?
It's a syringe. With a little bit of silver, like liquid.
What's the
energy.
90 feet?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. I was just gonna hang over the edge of the
So,
boat.
this is the weird
Yeah,
thing.
like what, just go around the corner, dude.
Well,
I don't know how
Caleb
much
does
time
what
I have to
Caleb
react.
does, seeing
of
Warden
course.
kind of look.
That's fine.
Warden looks to look, peek over, and thinking there might be a panic moment. Warden, all of a sudden below you, you feel you see magic formate into the deck itself, and then grab onto your ankles and attempt to pull you through. And you turn and you look over and you see Caleb pointing at you. Here's an important thing, Caleb. Your wand is in the bag of holding. How are you spellcasting your spells at the moment?
I still have my all-purpose tool.
You have your all-purpose tools. So what does that
Plus
look like?
one.
What are you pointing over at Warden?
Oh,
Come on.
screwdriver.
Army knife.
Okay.
What would you
Well,
say?
it's a Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife, and you see it glowing with magic, Warden, and it's like you're like being pulled through it. Do you succeed, or do you allow it to happen?
Yeah, I think so.
You get pulled through the vortex warp, and then Caleb,
Right behind you.
you get pushed out of it and onto the deck, and you're now down here.
Well, where am I? Right here. I'm gonna grab
Well,
Caleb
you're-
by the
yep.
jacket or whatever he's wearing and pull him around the corner as soon as we get over
Well,
here.
it's vintage.
It is vintage.
I like it. It's like you pull over, you're like, it's vintage.
You hear a door open up and guards step out onto the balcony up here.
Oh, shit.
This guy's married. Right? Did you see?
I know where
She's
Lord
dead.
Casper's quarters are.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. We're going to be setting sail soon.
We're gonna do about. Go.
That's it.
Like I'm gonna peek around and notice the guards. What about those guys?
They just got here, actually.
Just want me to vortex warp them in the water?
No, I think they'll cause a big scene. I don't think that's a good idea at all.
Maybe a splash, but not a scene.
They can yell, you know. They have vocal cords. Can I peer over the side? How far down is the first floor?
I would say like 10 feet. But I would like to pause here. You guys have a nice big moment. So let's see what the timeline looks like for everyone else.
Yep.
Because we know above table and here in a minute or two, Lord Casper is going to be coming down and get things kicked off. But the rest of you are down in the casino proper. Let me see if it has actually like proper descriptions of it. Beyond its normal descriptions and what you've experienced before Tuesdays, Morai, it's still a casino inside of here, but it's been done up to kind of give this magical Fey vibe to its Feywild. So there's these magical plants going up the walls, like jasmine crawling, that are all like glowing. There's fake fireflies, or maybe they're real, you're not sure, floating through the space. But stepping into the casino itself is stepping into another world. It feels like a slice of the Fey made real through magic here inside the casino. It's very ethereal. Actually, let's put some ethereal music on. I wasn't planning on it, but now I want to. You and those in here, you see a lot of different people, different shapes and sizes. Halfling, gnomes, elves, but everyone is in costume. Like, you did make fun of Glinda, but there's someone over there who's wearing fake furred legs, of like they're like a satyr, but you're like, that's a halfling, you know, with fake satyr legs on, moving about. Lorelei, I don't have like a list of names and stuff, but I do feel like you might be like, that's Lord so-and-so. I think I met him once, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of very powerful people in the space. Not everyone's lord and ladies, but there might be a famous adventurer. lot of people
Big
are
like
wealthy.
merchants. Wealthy merchants. I was gonna ask if I recognized anybody.
Go ahead and roll
Don't have to, like-
a history check though, because you never know. Like you're really creative, and I don't mind if you roll high enough of like determining like, oh, you know this person. Let's go and do it. 18. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna switch it up a little. I'm gonna pull from something I do know exists, and I think it'll just be a fun, different connection. Flesh out the world a little bit. Where is that item? Use it in the past. There's been 2 supplements that Nate has come across that's got houses for days. There's houses of Waterdeep, and then there's houses of the nation of Cormyr. And so I like to imagine that Cormyr is not on the Sword Coast; it's inland, but it's a major enough. I feel like perhaps you've met this Cormyrian noble in the past of House Ambershield.
Oh, yeah, that name is actually familiar.
Let me see if there's any. You see, Lord Stasian Ambershields, who you would know as kind of pretty high up in the scheme of the nobility. Like there's houses and quote unquote nobility in Waterdeep, but Cormyr is the classic example in the Forgotten Realms of medieval. Like it's inherited through birth, a very, very strict bloodlines and stuff for nobility. And there's knights. It's the whole very classic nobility shebang over there. But you know him as a higher ranking noble, maybe as high as a duke. You know what? Let's call him a duke. That is a duke. Stasian Ambershield.
Okay. So that is great to know. So Lorelai would go wait for an opportune moment when he was like in the middle of conversation. Would go over, do an appropriate curtsy from one, newer noble to a someone who holds the duchy, and would say, "Your Grace, it is so wonderful to see you again." Lorelai
He kind of
Manthar.
turns and looks at you. I did drop a quick token in for him. So he's got this long beard and like kind of shaved, like kind of a warrior look to him. But he's older, and you definitely know more of as a diplomat than an actual warrior. My apologies, my lady. You said House Manthar? And he's like, well met. And he kind of like takes your hand and does a very formal like kiss on the, very gentle lips to the back of the hand. Have we met before?
Just once or twice in passing. My house is a much newer one, I'm sure, nothing of note. One such as yourself, but it is a pleasure to see you here, and on what's such a wonderful occasion.
He holds his hand up. My apologies. You say House Manthar. I do believe we have done business in the past. I'm familiar with Lady Gertrude.
My aunt. And especially if you have met her in person, I'm sure that you left quite the impression.
Oh, they got something to start. 1 second. He grabs
The Lord's dying!
A servant goes by and does a Heimlich maneuver on him. Gives him a cup of wine. Sorry, someone went down the wrong tube. Let me clear it real quick.
Grace, let me help. And she'll just, give him some water.
You saved my life. I'm now in your debt. Yes, your... did you say aunt? I'm sorry.
Yes, my aunt. And if you'd met her in person, I'm sure she made quite the impression.
I've never met your aunt in person, but we have written and corresponded. I unfortunately, in my visits to Waterdeep, I have not met her in person, though I hope you don't I hope doesn't prove to be a disrespect, but some of your mercenaries have been quite useful in some of our border skirmishes in Cormier.
I'm very glad to hear of it. We have recently been expanding a great deal, and it's good to hear that our training is still holding true despite that expansion.
This is, I think, a bit of a stroke of luck, because you come to ridiculous sorrows as yourself to meet unexpected acquaintances and connections. Are you familiar with the bit of business with the Zentarum in these last few days in Waterdeep?
Morai gives kind of like a knowing smirk and says, very familiar. I was working with some of those in Waterdeep to try and mitigate some of the damage, and I understand there's going to be quite a fallout, as it were, from the vacuum that's been created by that organization.
You're not wrong. Nate's checking some lore information real quick. Sorry, I'm making my own unexpected connections, and I think this would be kind of a fun little thing. I need to find... I need the world map real quick. I'll even take you all to the world map so you see where my brain's running around to. I think we need the world map for this one because Cormier's a little out there. I know they're close. I know it's even taking a second to load for me, so I'll explain them when it's done loading. If it ever loads. I have a lot of stuff running, so mine might just be going even particularly slow. Come on now. There's a chance that I'm pretty sure Cormier is very close to where... Okay, mine just finally loaded. Yeah. Can you see it, Lindsay? Because I think you'll find this very interesting. Cormier is on my ping. You see the Cormier?
Okay, I see it.
And then Darkhold, the actual seats.
Home base of the Zentarum.
Zentarum is here. So just to put that in the context as you hear his discussion.
Yes. So then she would probably tack on something like, but I'm sure that you've had your fair share of encounters with the Zentarum over the years.
We have, and word through our networks is that there could be an opening on a strategic outpost just west of Cormier. And we would be, I'm sure we could use some added reinforcements through any military excursions we make west of our borders.
No, it's curious. I had just the same thought a few days ago myself when I hired, I don't know, 2,000 new mercenaries. I don't know, whatever she,
Yeah. No, I love that. I like
whatever
2,000.
the expansion she was able to do. She'll be like, I did. It's not too forward to assume that there is going to be many openings over the next few weeks and months, and the House of Manthar will always work incredibly hard to fill any gaps in security that our friends and business partners might find themselves with.
So what I like to imagine is a bit of negotiation, talking about pricing, et cetera, nothing too drawn out, but you then get the very sense, especially as a practiced noble yourself in Waterdeep, you're like, okay, I do know what's going on here. Yes, they're going to be doing the soiree, they're going to be being ridiculous nobles or whatever these festivities are, but there's a lot of wheeling and dealing going on here between a lot of powerful people in the Sword Coast. And not that you and I actually RP out a whole bunch of negotiations there, but
no, we definitely don't have to.
Yeah, so it's up to you how far you want to do that.
Persuasion check or something to how well I come off in the conversation.
Roll a persuasion check. Yeah. I like that.
Up, plus
advantage. Oh, that was perception. Ignore that. Stop it. Okay.
Yeah, don't forget you're at advantage and you have the plus.
Yes. So I'm just gonna take what I rolled on the dice. I rolled a 17 and a 15. So 17 plus 2 is 19 plus 11 for my plus 13 for my persuasion. So that's a 33. Sorry, 32.
The rest of you in there watch as Lorelai has an engaging conversation back and forth. They're laughing. They're having a good time. They're becoming fast friends through this point of negotiation. You see handshakes. You know, the whole, I'm projecting, but it's up to you. But I'm like, I imagine you do the whole like, oh, you reach out and laugh and touch him on the shoulder. Just not that
My
like
eyelashes.
necessarily that you're flirting. Yeah, but you're buttering him up.
Mhm.
And like there's business deal will go down between the two of you, but definitely very favorable terms. But I would like to pause that right while you were doing that and see what the rest of you guys would like to do. And I'll pull you guys back to that map.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Super
I
cool.
love it when you guys ask questions and stuff.
Samaris is hanging nearby Lorelai, but not like actually in the conversation. Like she's maybe getting herself a drink or involved in a game.
Servants are like passing through. No games have started yet. The tables are not active. You can see everyone just mingling and waiting, right, for something.
No big, just like something to occupy herself, so she isn't just standing there looking around.
Ishka's definitely getting drunk.
The waitress goes by with a whole bunch of flutes of champagne, and Eshka just grabs like handfuls of them.
Yeah, maybe
like that.
Samaris is like also like grabbing one, but like pretending to drink it, but not actually drinking it as she like looks around for anything interesting or amiss around the room, particularly like near Lorelai.
So you're looking for threats or something like that, essentially.
Threats or anyone who looks suspicious, hidden stuff.
Roll a perception check.
Nice.
Okay. Threat-wise, I don't think anything is really pinging off of your radar, except that you're hearing yourself like guards on the walkway outside. You know, you see them. You kind of get a sense of their timing and kind of their movements as they're moving around. I think the thing that would pick up with a perception of that, though. Sorry, I have so many tokens. I keep clicking and finding more tokens that I like posted or pasted earlier. Galinda is in the midst of a conversation with some nobles, and they kind of have a Waterdavian look to them. You kind of like, it kind of reminds me of how, the cut of Lorelai's jib, quote unquote. But again, her partner is the one that keeps like standing out. He kind of is like scanning the room himself, and then you guys make eye contact, and he kind of just like gives a very, not smug, it's not the right word, but just a very confident smile. And you see his eyes slide from you and then go and focus on Archie.
God damn it.
And you see him start heading over towards Archie.
God damn it.
As he's walking over, is he like walking by me? Yeah,
I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. He has to push
okay.
through the crowd past you.
At the very last correct second, but making it seem like an accident, I go to like turn around and just spill my still full flute of champagne like all over the front of his clothes.
Okay, go ahead.
And I just get this. Yeah, I'm definitely lying, so I can roll deception, but get this like
I was going to say
super
a dex
embarrassed look.
check first. I would like a dex check first.
Dex check, okay.
Mm-hmm. As you spill your flutes with a contested dex check, he skillfully, smoothly steps to the side as your flutes and crashes on the ground. It appears that you've spilled your champagne. And now I would like you to roll a perception check on top of that.
Okay.
Bearing in mind, he saw Archie's sleight of hand, I think it was, a very high check.
Yeah, that would be.
He was like, don't do it, dude.
Well, Archie, I don't think you know what's going on, right? Yeah.
I know. He has no idea.
21. Okay.
With reliable talent.
I'm rolling something, but I'm going to roll it because I don't want you to know the stats on this one. Ooh. Okay. Continue.
Actually, Archie was watching him. I did say earlier in the chat that Archie like had his narrowed eyes on him.
Oh, did you? Okay. Go and roll a
Yeah.
perception check. At advantage since you were purposefully watching him. See if you
He
get any
was.
extra
He was
information.
like, listen, this motherfucker caught me on a 25. Who the hell are you? 16.
Okay. You see him coming through, and then you see Samaris's things happening. And go ahead, Samaris. Let's step back into that scene. And you can interrupt at any moment, Archie, because you're aware of what's happening. You're seeing this play out.
So
Okay.
he had just said like something like it appears you.
that you have. Sorry, man. It's gonna be. I'm noting to myself, never do freaking Southern accents again because I can't get it out of my voice for the rest of it. It would appear that you have spilled your drink.
Yes, I do have eyes and can see that as well. Damn it is way too early in the night to be doing this.
He lifts his hand
have
up
you-
and waves for one of the waitresses to come back, or a waitress. They're not all waitresses. She comes by and she's like, "The lady has spilled her drink. She needs another one."
Oh,
And the waitress is
thank
like
you.
gesturing with you the champagne.
I'm new here. Have you been, first time at the Golden Goose?
It is my first time here at the Golden Goose, yes.
You excited for a fun night?
I'm not gonna say this is what you need to think, but I do. He has a cocky smile on his face, like all the time. Yeah, I was gonna say a punchable face, but I'll let you infer that on your own. But there's a
Yeah.
very smug smile on his face. What did you say? I apologize.
Well, now that you say that, sorry, what was the last thing he said? First time? That it's also his first
It is
time?
the first time for me upon the Golden Goose.
Well, Samara's first, she puts on a cocky smile to rival his, since that is her forte. It's in her picture art. If you need proof. Well, maybe we can help each other out as first timers then. Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. Help each other. I like that. Do you know that young boy over there?
The one with
He's-
the white hair?
He's like
Yes.
cramming in finger food.
But also, I like the idea you were watching them, so you're also
Yeah.
trying not to look like you're
He's
looking
like,
at them,
yeah.
but you're just like, totally not looking at you.
Definitely not watching you guys.
The white-haired one over there shoving a great deal of food into his mouth. We only met recently. On our way in.
Oh, on your way in. Go ahead and roll a deception check for me.
Think you in.
21. Excellent. I'm looking at the time, so I'm going to freeze frame that as he's having this conversation. He hears you. He's like, "Oh, I was hoping you'd be able to make an introduction for us." But then again, there's music playing. There's actually like violin. There's like a little quartet playing some music. That's ethereal, fey music. When everyone kind of gets quieted down as the north end of the room, Lord Casper makes his appearance. And everyone kind of quiets down. He's like, "All right, my friends and family, welcome, welcome. Hey, look at that there. Is that Duke Stosian? I see. Very nice. You came we got people from all over Toril for tonight. For my humble midsummer soiree. Now, I know I teased some of the thematics for tonight, but I would like you all to know, here's the name of the game. Tonight, we are the Fae. Tonight we're going to be opening up all our tables per usual in the Golden Goose, and we're going to set down for a multi-day journey down the river. But what are the Fae but nothing but tricksters and chaos? Tonight, you're here to fool my dealers. You're here to cheat my dealers. You have chosen between the Seelie and the Unseelie. We'll be keeping tally on who's got the most gold and the most money won by the end of the night, or the end of the trip, excuse me. And the winner gets, and he kind of points over, and I like to imagine where the Golden Goose is. There's actually this drape over something, and you remember the Golden Goose being there before, like their little namesake. But when he kind of points to it, it's revealed there's this very elaborate statue of a satyr. Kind of reminds you, Archie, of the thing that you just got with pipes and stuff. The winners get a chance at the drawing of the Platinum Satyr. So remember, be crafty. Do what you need to do to get the most tokens in your pocket by the end of it. Winners get a nice little purse. Losers get kicked off the boat. I'm just kidding, folks. We'll get you back here to your town by the end of it. Drink and be merry, my friends. We leave the dock now. And you guys feel and there's like, he kind of does a little motion. Everyone starts kind of clapping, like, yeah. And then you feel the boat just kind of like release from the dock and begin floating down the river. So there's a little bit of a weird game going on here that you guys can interact with as much as you want, but there's the Seelie and the Unseelie, and he's being very stereotypical, maybe even considered racist, to call the Fae tricksters. Everyone's opinion on that will vary. But the idea is that everyone will be given tokens, and then there's going to be games being played, and between the Seelie and the Unseelie, whatever group has the most tokens by the end of this little soiree, this little pleasure cruise. Let me clarify. The game itself will be happening that night, but then the cruise itself is going to be in multiple days. Okay, let me clarify that timeline for you. So the game is that night. Any questions about that? Again, it's up to you how much you guys want to interact with that. For all I know, you guys could throw a fireball down and none of that happens, right? Or get caught doing something, et cetera, et cetera. So let's end, or not end. I'll fade that scene out as that happens. But I do want to steer it towards back to Samaris and this
Say one thing real quick.
Go ahead.
Now we can't fireball, because if you guys fireball this place out of existence, I'm gonna lose a really great deal and a shit ton of money. So you guys got to make it back to Yartar.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that though, because it really is, right? There's so many movers and shakers of the Sword Coast on this ship, right? It's very, there's a lot of wealthy, powerful people here.
Caleb doesn't hear that up on top of the ship. Fireball down!
We don't know
We're
what's going on.
crafting a black powder keg up top.
Yeah, a bomb.
I do think I do have another wrinkle for it all. So if you guys don't mind me, since it's getting to that time, I'll pull you guys into it. I do want to step back into the Dom character and Samaris' interaction with him. Well, if you don't seem to know him for any reason, excuse me. And he kind of passes by you and starts walking over to Archie.
Oh.
He keeps walking. And everyone can see this happening. You're allowed to step in if you want. But as everyone after that, tables start opening up, dealers come out, people are starting to play cards, and we'll all have like mini games if people want to interact with that. The flip of it is, if you're hoping to bet gold for real gold, that's not the case. Everyone gets tokens, and it's like, it doesn't have actual monetary value except that you get a certain purse at the end of it, and then a chance to win the Platinum Satyr statue, which is very big and all made out of all platinum, so it definitely looks very valuable. But Archie, as you're like stuffing whatever, shrimp cocktail, whatever it is that you like in your mouth, it's just like, Oh, no, I didn't know I was allergic to shellfish. This
Or she does.
guy comes up to you, and as everyone's mingling conversation, the room is filled with noise. I wanted to make my introductions. We had a bit of a tussle with Lady Raventree out on the dock. Well met. My name is Dom. What is your name?
He's kind of like got his mouth full. Why do you want to know?
I recognize talent when I see it. I'd like to roll a mischief check.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh God.
Gonna recruit you?
Oof. A 14.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh,
his
hello.
mischief check.
Oh.
oh, whoa!
Wow. Oh my God. Bow down to the Lord of Mischief.
He had leaned in, was talking to you, and he comes back. He's now holding the satyr amulet back in his hand.
Archie, his eyes go wide. He pockets himself. Holy shit. How did you do that?
He just kind of does a little twinkles with his fingers. Same way that you lifted the invitation from Galinda. And he kind of rolls his eyes when he says it.
Yeah, he hates her too.
All right,
You
we're
have a
coming back
mark
around.
of chaos about you.
Yeah, it's not.
Correct on the three.
That wouldn't be the first time I've heard that, no.
So he's had a smug smile for everyone who's been interacting with him. He's smiling at you, but then the smile goes from smug, and then you see in his eyes this, his eyes are literally twinkling. I love chaos.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I mean, I obviously like it too. Plus, I wouldn't be pickpocketing people all the time. You didn't hear that, though.
There's something about you. I'm glad I noted you beforehand. They're playing their game of the deceptions and their interpretation of the courts. May I interest you in a game between the two of us? Who can be the most mischief in the middle of all this chaos?
I'm intrigued. And, what happens when one of us wins this contest?
I love good steaks. If you win, I'll grant you a wish.
Ooh.
If I win,
A wish?
yes, a wish. That's with a capital W.
Oh, shit.
Alright. And if you win?
I take you home.
Whoa. Listen, man. I don't really go that way. I don't mean to get your hopes up, but there's a lot of people in line to get a piece of old Archie, alright?
He kind of does look you up above table just so you guys know there's age of consent. Archie is technically 18.
He's like
So-
he's like 20, I think.
You're older than that, right? Because we had the year of downtime and all that. So we play him as a very young, just so you know, the age of consent. And I'm trying not to make this guy a pedophilia, but he definitely does size up and down Archie.
Hey, he's a striking figure,
It is a predatory, creepy manner, but I also wanted to just for everyone on Tuesday to know it's he's not ogling up a 13-year-old boy.
I took Archie as a strapping young man.
Yep, he's a young man.
I'd say if I took you home, you would have a good time. I think it would fit your nature, I think.
Fit my nature. And what do you think my nature is exactly?
Mischievous.
He kind of gets a little smirk. I mean, you're not wrong.
Life is boring, wouldn't you say? And it needs a spark. People like us, we are the sparks. Everything goes nice little steps down. That is boring. I was here to make mischief on my own. But you caught my attention, and I like a good wage and a good bet.
I'll tell you what. If I win, you give me this wish, and you tell me why you're on this ship causing mischief.
I'll tell you why I'm on this ship now. I'll give that to you for free. I'm here.
Oh,
because
okay.
I want to be here. Some of the most powerful movers and shakers of this world on this ship. And this facade they have of the courts, I find it very amusing, and I find it very amusing for me to be here in this moment to see what we can do.
Yeah, all the fish in one barrel. Yeah, I can see it.
No one can
All
be
right.
hurt. No harm can be done.
No one can be hurt. No harm can be done.
Are you or are you not a trickster?
I am a trickster.
Prove it to me.
Archie gets like a competitive. He almost has like a little twinkle in his eye as well.
You can have the help of your girlfriend if you want. You'll need it if you agree to the wager.
All right, there, creepy Mr. Dom. Puts out his hand. Got yourself a deal.
You shake hands with Dom.
Oh man.
The wager
Oh
begins.
boy.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
it's stolen.
Oh
from Paywall.
man! Oh, even Nate. I'm like, oh yeah. I put the stakes high. I'm like, oh.
What have
She's
you
getting
done?
Snatched!
We're gonna get spirited away.
Snatched
We're
by
gonna.
the snake.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's just what we fucking needed. Another fucking character arc. It's just what we needed.
I'm sorry. I really tried not to go too overboard with this. Obviously, Dama is not in Storm King's Thunder, but I have.
Well, he's
fun.
here now.
He's here.
Sorry.
Now. And I'm not sorry. I am sorry.
Listen, man.
Win this wager. We lose Archie, and we gotta go get him back.
I'm just hey, we got
another
what
arc.
3 days, and I can use your guys' help.
Just sink the ship. Just sink it. Just sink it at this point and be done with it. What else can he do?
Above table, I'm ending in this moment because it's 11:31, and I know a lot of people fade at this point. So
For sure.
feel free to keep talking about it. I'm excited.
Oh.
The game is
I'm
afoot.
super-
Upon
What exactly are the parameters of the wager in terms of like
Make
how do you know
mischief.
who wins?
Make mischief.
To be fair,
Yeah.
it sounds like Dom is the judge on that. It's up to Art, and I think that Archie, you would have got a read on that this guy is mischievous, but he's not a liar in that sense. Do you feel like you would have gotten the
He
read
likes
that
the game. Yeah.
he likes the game, and he would
Honor
make
honor
this.
among pranksters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You do a good enough
Okay.
prank, he will honor it.
But I'm saying, okay, listen. There's one of him and what 6 of us. I'm just saying the odds are in our favor.
He has a plus 15.
I know, but if we cause more mischief,
well, that's fair.
we can
Yeah,
cause more mischief.
Quantity over quality.
Per
Obviously, I'm not
mischief,
going to
yes.
turn it into just a one roll against a plus 15 modifier. That was a showcase.
Right,
Like this
right,
guy is
yes,
something
of his fucking
This guy is
crazy
like
ass.
a fae for sure.
Yes,
He's
100%.
gotta be something.
Well, welcome to the
He's part of
Misfits,
this-
guys. I hope you get
He's part.
mischievous here.
This guy is
quickly.
Sealy Court for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
excellent.
Guys.
Incredible. I can't wait. Well, me and Caleb gotta get
There
down there
was,
first.
oh yeah, there was no way I could say no to that. Oh,
I love
I
you guys
agree.
so much because I love some players play things very, very safe, but a lot of you are very much like fuck it, I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit, and I
Yep.
love that. About
a
you guys.
wish
What are you
spell?
playing safe for? Make
People.
it to level 20? What?
If we win, a wish.
It's big.
Yeah, that's big.
Samaris
We
is
can
like,
get
"Can you
resistance
wish
to
for
another
dagger,
type of
please?" I want to wish for a better dagger that I wish for
Archie-
before.
Archie wishes
I
for
would
his
like
Archie.
a-
Archie!
Archie uses it to get his weight room back. He would fucking do that. I swear to
Supplies
God.
of Cheetos.
Oh God.
Again, I kind of hinted that too. Like, please bring each other to this conversation too. Like, I just gave Warden a mischief thing, so feel free to not feel like Archie's the only one with a spotlight. Feel free to pull each other in as much as you think your characters would want to into this conversation and the wager, perhaps.
I will be thinking of pranks.
It's not very binary. Excellent. All right, friendos, I'm going to sign off and stop rambling. GG. As far as I know, we're on for next week, so see you next Tuesday.
Hey,